Hey, now, let's talk about fairlease.org. Isn't that one of your favorite advertisers?
It's definitely one of my favorite advertisers, one of my favorite websites, not banned here in Texas, right? Why would they be? They work with the credit union in Texas. That's why they're able to give you a great deal at Fair Lease. Not like other dealerships. Also, not like other dealerships in that there's no dealership. You're surfing the web and leasing your next vehicle, be it for your personal use or your business, right there from your phone.
Deliver that car right to you, right?
Yeah, right to your home.
Maybe on a football field if you're kicking field goals?
100%. Maybe you have an enemy and you'd like to go to their house and have the car delivered there.
Oh, so like in front of them.
Correct. Big Bow, whatever you'd like.
Yeah.
Fairlease.org is how you start this process, or call the DumbZone hotline and ask for Connor or Nick at 972-705-4815. It's Fairlease, fairlease.org.
Fairlease, when you don't know what to do about a car. Car stuff is hard, but not with Fair Lease. You don't need a dealership, baby.
All right, hello, friends. Happy, I don't even know what day it is. I'm Dan McDowell.
I'm Jay Kemp.
I'm Blake Jones.
Doesn't matter what day it is. Foodie CK is back here. Here is not the Game Day Men's Health Studio. That's downtown Dallas. We are high atop my garage today. Broadcasting live to tape. If we get 4.5 innings in, this will be show 594. If we get it finished.
Okay.
But Winston Wolf once warned.
Can we make that the break today? That's what I was thinking to myself this morning walking around. Because I had to send a text to a group chat with Dan and a number of our comics for the DumbZone Comedy Night this Saturday. And someone once recently made the point to me that it's harder to make cultural references than everyone gets now than ever before, right? Because things are so fragmented.
Yeah.
But Dan dropped into this group chat of relative strangers. We were talking about ticket sales for Saturday night, and they're like, so excited it's selling well.
Somebody said they're excited it's sold out.
We had no idea.
Which it is not sold out.
It's close, but not.
Yeah.
And so Dan said, hey, let's remember the words of Winston Wolf.
Yeah.
And nobody reacted.
Well, I just figured they knew what I meant.
You'd be surprised.
They're a room full of comics. It wasn't a movie that just came out last week.
Oh, no.
It's like an iconic movie.
I know.
Does everybody hear Byron? This is Byron, folks. Byron is...
I call him Vegas.
It indicates here on our run sheet he's here because he got a Qualis roof.
I did.
Really?
I did. Yeah, I did a fantastic job. Real bang-up job. Brendan over there at Qualis Roof squared me away at my house over there in Wichita Falls. Made it real easy, and the house
They
looks
do
fantastic.
Wichita Falls? They go that far?
Yeah, they helped me out.
Damn. I would not have expected that.
This is a guy who gets the board first on the plane, bro. He's parking where you want.
played flute in the military
parking
band?
where you want to
It's
park.
a difficult job. Someone's got to do it.
Okay.
This guy is why the Soroy getting to say he's in the Air Force thing bothers me.
Why? Because this guy's a real...
He flies planes in the air with force. I mean, I don't know.
Anyway, why did I even start talking to you?
To see if he knows Winston Wolf.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Cultural reference.
You know, that's just over my head.
Oh, for real?
It really
And
is.
how
yeah.
old are you, Byron?
I'm 37. Yeah.
Not that young.
No.
Okay. All right. I thought at least as a listener of our show, he might know it.
Can I tell? That's a thing, right?
Okay.
Can I tell you I didn't really know it before you? I certainly, in a movie that has a lot of quotes and a lot of moments, I think
it is my favorite.
It's your favorite, and it's the one that's most applicable in everyday life. Do you just have it? Can we by now?
Want me to just find it here? Okay.
Yeah, at least just the audio. And so Dan puts that in there, and I assume people Google it to see, like, okay, what is that? But it's just fun now. You got a 19-year-old in this text and a guy in his 40s and his 50s, lady in her 50s. So who knows?
There's a lot of Jameis Winston in the Dropbox.
I would have just gone to YouTube.
Fine job, gentlemen. You may get out of this yet.
I can't believe this is the same car.
Well, let's not start s***ing each other's quite yet.
Like, this has got to play in the military.
Oh,
for
it does.
sure. Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, let's not suck in each other's dicks just yet.
Wait, is this?
Fine job, gentlemen.
Oh, okay, that's the same one you just found?
And it's funny, too, because Dan will just say that in a conversation where, like, my wife is there. She'll be talking about, like, the remodel or something. He's like, hey, well, let's remember the wise words of Winston Wolf. And now she knows, but
Yeah.
you've owned it.
The insinuation there is eventually we can suck each other's, please each other.
And that we're striving for it.
Yeah.
That is the
That's
goal at the end of the day.
Yeah, the end goal is to do that to each other.
So that's part
But
of
not yet.
that's part of the sit-in if we finish the show.
Yeah. Yeah, so anyway.
So he has a friend? Are you a listener as well? Okay, he's got a no puppet shirt on. I'm a dummy. I didn't see his shirt.
Well, anybody can wear a shirt.
Yeah, but it's a pretty neat shirt.
You could wear a Miller High Life
He's
shirt.
got the hammer and sickle no puppet limited edition.
I've been there.
That's like the
What's that?
the Mexican pizza.
you're wearing a Miller hat. Is that why I subconsciously thought that?
Yeah.
But he's been doing it a lot.
Yeah.
Well, it gave me a private tour and stuff.
And
Swag.
they're our National League team.
Yeah.
They indeed are. The crew of Brew. On today's program, let's see what we have here. We do have Byron, who's sitting in with his buddy, who's got a no puppet shirt. Viewer mail, gummy thoughts, all that kind of stuff. Have a little sports, too. Wait, before I jump into sports, I forgot. I don't like to do a ton of visual stuff, but, guys are visual.
Sure.
We're
And you are a
visual creatures.
wordsmith.
That's why we need you to stop getting fat. I have a video to frighten Jake. So I have a thing in there. One is a video that could scare Jake, and I made this the other day. Let's see if this frightens Jake if you watch this video. We'll make it big. There it is, my ring camera. Oh!
My goodness gracious.
I don't like it.
Let's run it
That
back.
is a murder hornet, or as they're known in this part of the world, a dirt dauber.
It's my Ring camera,
On a
and it
suicide
alerted me the other
mission.
day that somebody was at the door, but it was actually a giant wasp.
It said predator.
Yeah.
So that's a real wasp then.
No, that's the mud dauber.
See, but even
Those
you
are fine.
say it
And
then.
he got there fast.
Of course he got there fast. He's made to kill. He's like a Byron.
He's made to find a
He's
tiny
a
speck of
death from
mud
the air.
and build it up.
I have a quick visual bit for you, too. I think if you have another one, you can end with that. But my quick one, you broke out the tech specs today. You had said that you misplaced your darker frames and you're wearing your Jason Kidd
Yeah.
TED Talk glasses today.
Yeah, I don't particularly like it.
I do, and I'm not making fun of you, but I get that at a certain point, every compliment from your buddy is just like, it's just not hitting.
Is he just trying to make me wear these because
Right.
he knows I look
Look at
like
this.
Stephen Jones?
Look at this F.
Or J Kid.
So speaking of the trip I just went on with the homies, I've been doing something like that around this time for several years. And one of those times, a few of those times, was in Montana. It was a music festival there. There are real lakes, not poop lakes like in Texas. And at one of these music festivals, popped up on my phone the other day, this is where I ran into the GM of our team outside of a music festival one day.
Damn, look at Jake.
And I got way fatter than that. But I was possibly on drugs. Maybe grit in the jaw, I'm not sure. But that's basically the exact same glasses except in sunglass form. And that was fun because this place is obviously out in the middle of nowhere. And he walked up with a full bottle of brown. It wasn't full, but he had a bottle of brown in his hand. And they were like, you can't bring this in, even in the VIP line. And he's like, well, I have a solution for that.
What do you do?
Polished it off right there.
The rest of the bottle?
No problem. Yeah. I mean, it was probably a four or five shot left. Just nothing. Now, I think that might have actually been before this photo.
How often does he do an
And
IV?
then let me finish this. It's
Oh,
crazy. I remember seeing him at camp 3 years later, and I had not seen him since then. And he was pretty inebriated at the camp thing, and he remembered me. He was like, Dwight Yoakam, Montana, I remember you.
incredible.
And just
I saw it.
They're cyborgs, dude. They can go for days. They're not capable of being out-partied. It's quite the thing to behold.
Was he by himself?
No, he was with a
Okay.
group of people, and I sheepishly, but I was like,
I'd always, in my head, I always built it up as he was by himself, and that made it better.
no, maybe Jerry Jr. might have to be by himself, but they had a crew of 20. They had a bus pull up, dude. You know, they got a house up there.
Well, I'm glad everything's Cowboy related. Everything's Cowboy.
Tell Cowboy.
Because my next visual for you is just I saw another picture. Dak's been working out.
Yeah? Oh, wow, dude. 19 and 0. Why even have to play this season?
That's when he wears a tank top. You can really see the
At some
definition
point,
in
I'm
his arm.
concerned
How
about
can
his
he
throwing
throw a
motion
football?
and the range, but
It's
no.
a flick of the wrist. It's going 80 yards.
right. He's starting to look a little Johnny Bravo, too. Maybe to do some squats at some point, but that's good.
It has been.
I hope the league doesn't
It has
pop
been a
him.
few days since you've been ball sacked, so
It's been a few days since I was ball sacked by that. I swear to God, dude.
you get ball sacked again for something
in my
I don't
personal
know?
life or in my like consumption of the internet, like I don't tell you guys about all of them, but there's plenty of stuff that I see, and then 8 hours later, I'm like, that was fake. Okay, I guess.
I've fallen for 2 or 3 different LeBron things.
Oh yeah, and I think
Fake
one of them was
shams.
real because the Heat accidentally posted the introductory press conference for LeBron, and I did my due diligence to find out that was real. The Heat had to issue a statement saying like, it's a mistake. We all do it. We got it ready. We know we're in the mix.
They're prepping the. Yeah, the ticket used to always have 2
Dude,
things for like after a Cowboy game.
I
or
swear to
after
God.
a Stars playoff game, it would be like, wah wah. Well, I guess the Stars didn't make it this year, but they actually had won.
Yes.
You know, so they make 2 of them ahead of time, and just to see, so we can make promos the next day.
Yeah. If I ever actually got committed to it, it would be too biting. No shots at our buddies, but I have a list of like the 50 ticket moments that live in my head that nobody else talks about. And one of them was after the Rangers got eliminated from the World Series in the mix with the Musers and Norm, Jer, or Joe, I didn't do the quotes for that. I mean, it's Gordon, had him play the good morning and a happy good morning. Your Texas Rangers are World Series champions. And he was like, Jer, turn that off. Turn that off. And he was super upset because it was revealing that like that.
Norm?
Yeah, they had Norm cut the Rangers won the World Series promo.
Okay.
And then played it for him and wouldn't turn it off. And that's when you saw like the man behind the curtain a little bit of like, it's obviously fake.
His excitement, like, boy, he sounds like he's the happiest man in the world. That's what I would sound like if I was a Ranger fan and they just won the World Series.
Yeah.
But actually, no. He did it last week
It's so funny.
after Game 2.
Right.
And then the Rangers did not win the World Series.
But so the Heat
so
thing was
now
real,
I'm
but
really
I'm
sad.
getting ball sacked left and right. I mean, it feels like I'm too old now. I've lost the game.
Well, LeBron is enjoying, right? I mean, he's dragging this thing out. Did you see how the NBA said they can't finish their schedule?
No, I did not see that.
Until LeBron. Was I ball sacked on that?
No,
thing?
no,
That
you're right.
would
No,
make
that's
sense.
straight from Adam Silver.
Yeah, that, because the Christmas Day game,
Yeah.
which, I don't know.
The NFL drink your milkshake.
Well, they did, but I'm getting tired of the NBA. Just the player move. I hate it. I hate it all.
What?
Because now it's like in every year, okay, every Christmas Day game can feature a player from a team, like playing against their team. Like it used to be once a year. Oh,
That's
maybe
true.
one of the 3 games we can get this guy used to play, or Shaq versus Kobe. That was quite a Christmas Day game, the first time they faced off after being together. But now it's okay. Harden's now gonna who even cares about Harden? Like, what do you identify James Harden as anymore? Maybe a Rocket at one point.
Strip clubs.
Yeah. I mean, if you really wanted to get philosophical about it, I think of him as like emblematic of basically like bad basketball for a lot of money, Like he's emblematic of the problem of the era. Like,
Yet
even more than
people
Russ, right? It's not Russ's fault he won an MVP. I mean, he might have been hogging the ball trying to get a triple-double, but Russ is busting his dick out there. Like, James Harden, John Wall, guys like this, that I don't even know what team you put them on. They're just a guy who makes $50 to $60 million a year and plays bad basketball.
Yeah, well, he's
Most of
on
their
the Cavs, and I, follow the Cavs a little closer. All the things were how different he was this year, and then in the playoffs it happened again.
Yeah.
That's just who he is. He doesn't give an F. Like, I think that's what it is inside.
All of this
he makes
is true,
$60 million a year.
but it is still cool. I mean, to me, just looking at the names on the team, like if LeBron goes to Miami and he's with Giannis, or he goes to Golden State and he's with Steph, I mean, it's fun. It's fun.
Well, yeah, the LeBron thing is more fun than just everybody else doing it.
Jason Tatum getting traded, the fact that Brunson, I don't even know what
Is
he
that
holds
good,
against
though?
the
I mean, the
Mavericks.
whole thing is you want to be able to keep the team that you drafted.
I don't think it's good for that reason. I don't mind guys. I realize that one is related to the other, but it's clear whether it's Lou Dort, right? Sam Presti, the GM of the Thunder's kind of come out now and been like, they're being cheap, in not so many words. The Celtics got sold, and now they're busting the team. I mean, yeah. At the end of the day, you could always just say, what if these guys made less money, meaning the owners? But since they won't, and they make those tax penalties very punitive, they can sell to the fan that we just can't do it.
Well, and I think
And the league doesn't care because it creates a perpetual summer. Like, it's always trading time. They love it, probably.
I don't know if players like it either. I mean, the players are getting the money
Right now.
But I don't know if the players like it either. Anyway, I think we put enough time in between us talking about how you get ball sacked by everything and you don't know what's real on the internet. And that now we can talk about one of our new sponsors is Braintopia.
Thank you
They're
for
going
your...
to sponsor sports today. And you're the guy that's been going into Braintopia.
Yes, I started. We had Sandra on. I met her doing an episode of the Mom Game. Julie's son, as he was getting into like junior high age, had started. He was diagnosed with like ADHD, autism. Just had not considered that he might have some issues that are neurological. And so she started taking him to Braintopia. You get a brain map done, which if you're an adult, if you're a kid, I think it's worth doing. It's very interesting to see them like show you how your brain reacts to different stimulus. Dumb Zone listeners get 25% off that, and then from there, it's I know it sounds wild, but it's neural feedback. Like the athletes we're talking about, I've heard Giannis do this. Athletes, when they want to deal with pressure, will sit and you sit in this thing. You just sit there and watch TV. That's it for half an hour. There's brain waves in the TV. Or there's waves in the TV that are affecting your brain, and they measure it, and they can help you with behavioral issues. PTSD, it's very big for the military, people with sleep issues, insomnia. So there are options beyond medication, I think, is the primary message here. And it's an interesting way to look into, helping out your brain without taking pills. So Braintopia, do you even have? I don't even have a copy. I just go there all the time.
Oh, like a
For real.
CTA?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I think it's Braintopia Health Centers, but I am BraintopiaCenters.com.
Okay.
I went with my daughter, who is autistic, and she had an incredible experience. She loved it, and 4 months later, the results are in.
Things are going well? All right.
It's cool. Like
Sweet.
I said, she hadn't bit me.
That's the bar. Is at that level.
From the wonderful world of sports, Radio Sports Scoreboard.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
What would you like to start with? I do have a bunch of Cowboy stuff.
Yeah, that's
But I know
probably
you
the
have
move.
some
I got a
stuff,
lot of
too.
stuff from the quarterback. Like I said, the Mavs.
Oh, when you were gone, I thought I had a brilliant idea, and in fact, a couple people at Fox 4 told me that they like my idea, and they would talk if indeed there was a reach out. But it was my Rangers going to the different platform in the middle of the season. I feel like they're taking another bad PR hit and risking indifference as the Cowboys season looms. We'll be forgetting all about the Rangers pretty soon. And if you remember back in the day when the Astros had like a 0.0 rating, I think that's going to be that and worse, if you can even be worse.
Some of that was related to the nature of the Astros deal, right? Well, some of it was like they got some raw, but I guess this is the same thing, right? At the end of
Well,
the day,
I mean, they
it'll
were
be a
on
real-
TV back then, but they had a 0.0 rating. It was when they were gutting the franchise
Right.
before they got good. And that was like a story. But now, like, they're not even on TV. They were on a thing that a lot of people didn't know how to get anyway, and then now they're on a thing that, you know, I guess it's the hardcore loyalists who will try to fight through whatever buzzer is. My point to the Rangers was and is, you need a PR win. You call up Fox 4 Plus, and you say, I want to put as many of our games on for free, maybe the rest of the season. Just how many? We probably have some contracts with a couple games here and there, but we're just on for free. And we just want to apologize to our fans for what this has become, this cluster. We're going to get it right next year. But, hey, we had a bad deal with this Victory Plus. And then I told Jared this on Friday even, and Jared said, yeah, you know, I mean, the Rangers would have to consider that. You know, if whatever station did that would probably have to incur the cost. And I'm like, no, what? No. That's my point here. You don't want to hear about why it can't be done. The Rangers should eat the cost and say, I'm doing this for you, the fan. Lie to your fans. You do it all the time and say, we care about you. Above all, we just care about you. That's going to pay off the most in the long run, I think. Anyway.
No,
that was
that's
my,
a great idea.
Sports idea that I had.
wish you
were
probably,
gone.
you know, now Neil Liebman, he doesn't own any of Fox or Fox 4 Plus, Fox 4 Local.
I'm not looking for this to. It'll be good PR for Fox 4 Plus for sure. Maybe they would say, we'll split the. There's going to be an overage. It's going to cost $1 million, and we'll split it or something. But maybe not. I don't care. I don't want the Rangers to even broach that. I want them to say, I'm just putting these games on for free for all of our fans for the rest of the year. This has been such a cluster F. We need a PR win.
It sucks. It sucks because it feels like at the backbone of all this, it's just that these teams are now like value growth asset. They just can't lose money. They cannot ever say we're going to lose a little bit for the long run here, which, you know, usually if you're trying to improve relations with your customer base, it's probably going to cost you something up front that you're hoping pays off on the back end. That is just like patently out of their like decision making now. So what are you going to do? There's nothing they're never going to do like, and now where does that go?
They
Where
spent
does it
money
end?
on the statue. That didn't make them money.
Yeah,
That's right.
the boner statue.
That is a great point by me.
I
I know
like the
everybody
little
was
Cowboys.
thinking it, so I just wanted to.
I like the little Cowboys if you want.
Okay, what I got is the what is this? The Aaron Schatz, or what is it called nowadays? It's the Cowboys preview.
Yeah, I think now it's
The-
like the site is called
FTD,
like FTN.
FTN,
Yeah.
football something.
They do a
network.
lot of fantasy stuff, but they put out an almanac every year. It used to be Football Outsiders is the quickest way to.
I love it,
explain
man.
that.
I love it. Just I
It's
don't know.
like
They put it out now.
Baseball prospectus back in the day, but for football, you
And
buy a
it's-
big booklet.
It's before training camp, so many things can change and do, and that's why if you still reference this, like as of into week 4 of the season, you're probably behind. But it's really fun right now, and they have an article on every team, and I'm diving through them all. But I started with the Cowboys, and the way they start their little article, they just kind of recap last year and where we stand and what they have going forward. Last year's record was 7-9-1. This year, their projection on wins, 8.5. Could you be any more Jason Garrett than that? But that's kind of the Cowboy where they live, right?
Now
they live on the bubble.
They get there in a weird way, which is usually having a top offense and an ass defense, but they find a way to meet in the middle, you know, and even really meet in the middle on, if you zoom out long enough, they're like, what, 7th, 8th in regular season wins,
Yeah.
but bottom 7th or 8th in playoff wins during that same time. They find a way to make it very interesting.
Says here they have a 3.9% chance at making the Super Bowl. Or is that winning the Super Bowl?
Probably.
Who knows? But here's the article. I will pick out certain points of this to read to you. It starts out by saying, was Jerry Jones right? And it's all about trading Micah Parsons last August. The Packers got Parsons. The Cowboys got 2 first-round picks and Kenny Clark. Clark becomes one of the Cowboys' best defenders immediately. They ended up trading one of those first-round picks and a second-rounder for Quinnen Williams. They turned a 2026 first-rounder they got for Parsons into Malachi Lawrence, cornerback Devin Moore, and L.T. Shelton, the defensive tackle.
Not DT, Blake.
Right. It's weird to see his name as LT, because then you're like, oh, he's an offensive line. No.
Right.
He's a defensive.
This used to trip ticker guys up with Laramie Tunsil.
They also then had that luxury they could draft Caleb Downs with the 11th overall pick because they had extra draft capital to address other needs.
The power.
So they turned one All-Pro into half a defense.
Hey, no. Oh, watch out now. That's right.
Now they are saying the long answer though is no. Jerry Jones wasn't right in the long run. They talk about Micah Parsons and just how good he was and how the world the defense revolved around him, and just about how would Micah have made a difference here because they focus on the opener where you lost to the Eagles by 4 points.
The delay.
What was that?
Yeah,
was that the spit?
Yeah. Jalen Carter got suspended, and then there was a
big lightning
delay.
Yeah.
We were here.
Oh, my God. They delayed every game they were ever on the road last year, right? Like, it seemed like all our night games got delayed.
Pittsburgh the year before.
Yeah, because I was in the Hab.
Oh, you missed that one?
I was watching it, and they made it turn off the lights. I was like, you guys know the game is still going. You don't get to – you said till the game's over. They were like, you're in rehab.
This isn't supposed to be a punishment, though, right?
Go
it's
to bed.
Supposed to, like, what's going to help me?
Dude, that's a crazy game to think back on.
Rehabilitate.
Because you remember it was like corner, front end zone, just a prayer throw to somebody. Noah Brown, maybe?
Isn't that the one where Pickens was an a-hole?
This is the year before.
Yeah.
Tolbert caught the game-winning
Tolbert.
touchdown.
I'm saying
Yeah.
Pickens was an a-hole to one of the
in
Cowboy
Pittsburgh.
players.
Yeah.
Jordan Lewis probably.
They should have lost that game. That year could have been even worse in any case.
Cowboys tied the Packers in a Week 4 shootout. Not hard to conjecture who would have won if Parsons switched sidelines. They recorded just 1 sack in a 3-point loss to the Panthers. And then the Vikings beat the Cowboys, if you remember. As
Carolina ran all over them.
they say that Vikings game could have turned on a single sack.
The Carolina game, probably right now, just anecdotally, my favorite Brad and Babe audio that we had.
Why?
It was just like week 3 or 4 of giving up 8.5 yards a carry, and then Rico Dowdle is back in the mix, and they were just disgusted. Like it was great.
The Cowboys traded a playoff opportunity for lots of resources that they turned into lots of guys, and while the quantity of new Cowboys arrivals has a certain quality, trading a rare, precious commodity for lots of relatively common ones is a bad investment. Many of the players listed in earlier paragraphs, the late-round picks, the mid-tier free agents, are the types of players the Cowboys should have been able to pick up in addition to Parsons, not in exchange for him. They got significant value back from the Parsons trade. They performed some outstanding self-harm reduction, but our projections don't see the Cowboys as having won a blockbuster trade or anything else. They didn't use their Parsons dividends to build a contender. They just used them to build a typical Cowboys team. You know what typical Cowboys teams look like. The star power is undeniable as usual. Dak, CD, George Pickens. The supporting cast is pretty good, too. You got Williams and Clark, Jake Ferguson. The offensive line, Aubrey, Cavante Turpin. The Cowboys invest heavily in the trenches, usually hit on their first-round picks, and they have a knack for stumbling into top-tier specialists. They also stumbled into Prescott and Tony Romo before him, keeping them competitive for most of the last 20 years. The problem with the Cowboys is always a lack of optimization. The cap and cash flow situations are usually hinky. Jones's grumpy, fitful approach to spending in recent years has made the situation worse. The cap mismanagement often leaves the Cowboys unwilling or unable to retain useful veterans, leaving them to fill roster holes with bargain bin free agents or unprepared youngsters. Cowboys head coaches tend to be yes men, non-entities, or self-promoters cashing a check. Brian Schottenheimer falls into the first and second categories. His predecessor into the third. Talking about Mike McCarthy. Now we start getting into the defense.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you want to, because a lot of that was about the defense.
Yeah.
Now they're going to go,
They're just kind of saying this is the Cowboys.
Yeah.
This is, as you looked at the Cowboys year after year after year, it's kind of what they are. And the way I think of it is, they got bounced by Green Bay. Devastating playoff loss just a few years ago, where they were clearly the favorite. It was at home. And that year, I believe, is when Philly at home got bounced by Tampa Bay and Baker. Is that right? If I'm right here.
Okay, I'll confirm. But
what I'm saying is, at that time, both teams are right there. And the Cowboys said, we're kind of glad with being right here. This is a good place to be. They didn't really add. They may have subtracted a little bit, but no major adds. Where Philly said, "Man, we could really make a push." That's when they went out and got Saquon Barkley, and that did push them over the edge. That pushed them into an area where, hey, everybody is devaluing this position so much, and we are evaluating this guy as being what he could. Like, I think we could get below mark. Like, we could really make a. Like, that's the thing. They made a move that was aggressive, that was ahead of the game a little bit, and you see where it got them. It got them a Super Bowl. And the Cowboys made a safe move, which was, hey, let's just stay right here. I mean, we're on the cusp. We'll be on the cusp again next year, and it just doesn't work that way. It just does. You just don't automatically get there again next year. They did get there again next year, right? They probably won the same amount of games, and then got bounced by San Francisco, and then, of course, then last year, 2 years ago.
You had that a little bit out of order.
Did I?
The Packers game is after San Francisco.
Okay.
But you do have the inflection point that the Bucs trounced the Eagles same round that year, 2023. But there's many such cases, right, with the Eagles especially, whether it's Carson Wentz and saying they're just not – they don't let themselves get caught up in sunk cost. They're clearly trying to find market inefficiencies, whether it's drafting Jalen Hurts when they had Carson Wentz.
Right, the Cowboys would have absolutely never done that.
No chance.
We already have a quarterback that we're paying pretty much. Back then it was like $20 million, but it was top of the market, right?
Right. Yeah, he was.
Like, why would I waste
young.
my second round pick on that? And it was like right at the top of the second round, wasn't it?
It was up there.
Yeah. And
that whole then moving on from their coach. I mean, they just do it totally differently. There's no denying that.
Which is odd because I used to think the NFC East.
But they're the gold standard, though.
Yeah, but
right?
I used to think the NFC East was a good thing for the Cowboys because they were so good. It was the Redskins and the Giants and the Eagles, and they were all pretty good, and that we push each other. It reminds me of today's NFC West. Like, they're so good. Like, San Francisco just a couple years ago was the favorite to be, they're going to rule this division for years.
I think you're falling into the Cowboys have been better than you think they have. I mean, they were 12-5 3 years in a row.
They were.
They got one playoff win out of that, right?
Yeah.
I think one.
Wait, did they win?
They won
a wild card
one
game?
because they beat Tampa Bay. I want to say
Tom Brady's last game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so those years they don't have the, and I think that is kind of also what you're saying. Some of it's bad luck, some of it's culture, some of it is that in rotation, the Giants and the Eagles have been pretty good teams, especially the Eagles. But, and I think we could probably use the Almanac article for several conversations. All I would say is, maybe it's fallen into it bass backwards. Maybe it's not some sort of like huge organizational shift, but it is undeniable if you look at their roster that it is totally different than the way that they've built their teams before on the defensive side of the ball. Just having a safety and two defensive tackles. Like the era of Cowboy.
Right, but they didn't do that because they noted LaMarcus. Well, I guess that's what you just said. They fell into it bass backwards. They didn't evaluate the scene and say, you know what? I think Micah Parsons is overpaid, and what he does, that's over. Like, I think we should They got into a little pissing match.
They got into a pissing match.
All of a sudden, they decide it's deciding when the momentum was after the game is over. It's okay. It's all over. Let me go back and say, actually, no, this is great because we wanted to shape our defense like this.
That's part of it.
No way they did.
Like confirmation bias. You're selling yourself on it. I think also is as he's giving more bullshit to them. Speaking of Micah, then in your head you're like, it's kind of like the case Nico started to make about Luka. The more annoying Micah gets, the more you're like, God, they're saying it's going to be 40, 42 now? 40, 44? This is really – and I don't know, but I was talking to our buddy KJ this weekend who lives – like his local news is the Packers.
Okay.
And KJ played all through college. Team dynamic, I feel like, is something he can observe. And he's like – he shows up, Micah, and it's like he's a kid again. He's the new guy. Like, he has an aw shucks God. Like, he's never going to be a leader. I think he'll be on a different team in 2 years. And I think he'll do that for the rest of his career. It just seems to me now that that's kind of how he's built. And maybe Dallas didn't really realize that, and I didn't. I don't know if I realized it or cared because he's so good. Sometimes I think that doesn't matter. Other guys who make $8 million a year can be your leader too, right? But I think it's clear now that Micah has some attributes that make him a bad Cowboy. I don't think it was a good mix. There's guys like that I just don't think it's not going to work here.
Not everybody has to be a leader, but I think the Cowboys think once I start paying you a certain amount, then
that's that will not work. And then it gets sideways.
And they do it every time.
Yeah.
They did it with Zeke. He's in every meeting. He's in the quarterback meetings. Okay. They did it with Dez.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, this year he's really mature and he's becoming a leader. Like when he signs that certain contract, like I can't. It's like yelling about the subway price or something. You know, like things are changing and the numbers change, but it doesn't mean that now every $20 million contract I have to also make this person a community leader and everything. Like some guys just aren't. Let me continue with this. After we mentioned Community Mechanical.
Speaking of a knack for finding specialists.
That's right. They found Brandon Aubrey.
Brandon Aubrey found them.
Because Brandon Aubrey had once had a HVAC company over and said, oh, man, your system is shot. You're going to need to spend like $12,000 on a whole new system. And Brandon said, wow, that seems like a lot. Let's just get a second opinion just to see. This is well over, I think it was about a year ago. And called Community Mechanical. They actually said, you know what, we can fix this. It'll be about $100, this part. They fixed it. It remains going strong today. They're not just trying to screw you. And what you can do is sign up for their preventative maintenance. So they'll come out a couple times a year. Just kind of give it the once-over. Make sure everything is working well. And then you feel good, like heading into the summer. They came out in the spring. And I anticipate they'll come out again in the fall and get us set for the winter. Yeah.
Reach out at 469-667-7290, communitydfw.com. If you do get a new system, much like with Byron and Qualis here in the roof, you can come do a sit-in and participate potentially in that Winston Wolf thing with Community Mechanical, communitydfw.com.
Community Mechanical, Travis and the team real cool. You don't want your house to explode. Don't be a bitch, so pick up the phone. Dan almost died.
So they finished last year. Now, they didn't add Quinnen Williams and whatnot till the
That's why I
middle of
don't.
the season, but they finished last year not just with the worst DVOA, defensive DVOA. What's that?
It's an efficiency metric that measures against impact. So if you pick up 5 yards on 3rd and 2, that's going to mean a lot more than if you pick up 5 yards on 3rd and 17.
Okay.
So they weight it that way. Fourth quarter, it's weighted. And it's a very, very you're never going to look at DVOA and be like, that doesn't make sense. It'll just be the teams you think are good.
Well, they had the worst defensive DVOA last year in the league. And it was the worst defensive DVOA in the league in the 2000s.
Damn.
It's historic.
Yeah.
It's really, really bad.
So it wasn't like just in the league.
And
It
I
was
think
like
that's-
remember how bad the Cowboys team was a few years before Micah got here?
Mike Nolan year was
People would always say this is a historically bad Cowboys team. This one's worse.
Yeah, and I think it's important that you mentioned DVOA because a lot of stats look bad on paper now because there's a lot more yards. This one's like, no, we've got that covered. We put it in context. You're shitty compared to even how hard it is to play defense now. It's bad. But why? I'm not trying to be a D, but like
I'm just reading.
I know, but it's like how much what is the
I didn't
purpose
write
of it's like looking at the year Luka was traded and being like, what were the Mavs last year? Like, if the first thing that jumps out to Blake is Rico Dowdle butt-fucking them and Quinnen Williams wasn't there for that, and now a big part of the way that their team is built is we got Quinnen Williams, we got Kenny Clark, and now we've got a safety who plays in the box. How much does last year that number tell you about this year is what I'm saying. To me, what it shows is how bad they blew their chance at last year. That doesn't tell me anything really to my view about this year. That's all I'm saying.
Well, they are saying they blew a chance last year. They thought
big time.
having Micah.
And
they
where
could
does
have
this
won a
all go
bunch more
back to?
games.
Where is the bat that the Cowboys ate in the lab? It's Dak's contract. That is everything here when they're like, why couldn't they have added free agents while they had Micah? Like, it's obvious. It's because they screwed up Dak's contract. And
Yeah.
they should have given more to Micah. That's the story you'll never really hear.
Boy, how many playoff wins in that rookie contract window of Dax that everybody dreams of? One?
Whatever window you're talking about, the answer's one.
The rookie contract
I
window.
know, but I'm saying then do the next one.
Oh, has he never had – does he only have one playoff win? I thought he had
He has two.
Nice too.
Okay.
It's about 0.6 per contract.
How many does Baker have?
Dude, I forgot. And if we can get into that in a minute if you want, but I don't know.
That's how
I
awesome
would kill myself if I were a Browns fan. at
Dude,
this
I want to
point,
get
dude.
into – you're right.
It's so
Hold on. Let's
insane.
finish killing yourself being a Cowboys fan first. We continue then with this year. The Cowboys still lack a marquee edge rusher, however, and will rely on a set of talented but unreliable cornerbacks in 2026. The Packers were awfully eager to get rid of Rashawn Gary, who had a reputation for coasting and failed to record a sack after Parsons was injured. That's interesting to me because I read this last week, and I think I read something over the weekend. Maybe it was a Morning News, Star Telegram, but it was just something about how great Rashard Gary has been in the room and how he's
Grown-ass man.
yeah, just elevating those around him, and that he's a real pro's pro, teaching everybody how to, and that his motor is always on. So that's interesting to read. This person saying,
Yeah.
he has a reputation for coasting.
It's all narratives. I'm sure he was butthurt after they acquired Micah, but I don't know. I think this means at one point during this year they'll forget to play him, like they did when they got Logan Wilson and were like, just a vet's vet, pro's pro, in the room. And then 2 weeks later, they're like, we forgot he was on the team.
I think they listened to his podcast and decided not to play him.
And then what did we do the second the season ended?
Now the linebacker cut him.
Yeah.
Rashawn Gary is
After
not
trying to tell everybody how.
Rashawn. I'm just going to keep doing this. I don't care. I like this dynamic. Rashawn Gary is the type of guy that you write about and you're like, what's he going to do if you are a national writer who's like, boy, I bet they're really counting on a lot out of Rashawn Gary. But if you're here, then you know Donovan Ezeraku is twice the player Gary is. Donovan Ezeraku's, again, draft slot matters. He was drafted in the middle of the second round. He's a little smaller, so they sleep on him. You look at his numbers his first year.
Ezeraku?
Yeah, he stacks up with first-round draft picks.
Dono?
He's definitely not Micah and never will be. But there's other ways to do this.
The departing Odigizua, it should be noted, had a reputation as a high-character culture driver.
Everything is bullshit, Dan.
I remember they said great things about
I know.
Osa.
Shoddy was like, I don't know if we can suit up without him. That's how screwed we'll be. And the next day, they're like, we announced a trade of Osa Odigizua to the 49ers. It's all.
To a team that'll, if we get to the playoffs, use him to beat us. Durant.
He'll sack Dak in a playoff game this year.
Durant, is it Kobe? Who's Durant?
Kobe Durant, yeah. The
Kobe Durant gave up 2 touchdowns in the NFC Championship game, and the Rams were happy to raid the Chiefs roster for cornerback upgrades.
Again.
Deron Bland, the Cowboys' best cornerback, has never matched up well with the NFL's best receivers and underwent January foot surgery.
That's I'm legitimately very concerned about. I think their secondary's, that's what I worry about, is that the secondary is getting destroyed. Now everybody's like, I thought you told me Caleb Downs was good. Meanwhile, this may be the worst secondary Caleb Downs has played in since 8th grade. I'm halfway serious about that.
You should just use the green dot to intercept the ball.
Well, if Bland is healthy, he's a dog. I mean, he's not a loud guy, but you go to war with that guy 10 times out of 10. You're on the same page with him, no? He's just a foot hurt for a nickel or any corner feels.
He's tiny, and I would love to see.
He plays above his weight.
I would love to see him do well without Micah, because I think he benefited greatly because of the pressure that Micah and DeMarcus Lawrence provided.
Not as
That's
much
the
to
thing,
me
though,
as
dude.
Diggs, but yeah.
When you had those two, you had record-setting interception numbers.
No, I
Dan
know.
Quinn,
Do these guys put A and B? Like, do they add these things together, or are they blind to that? Like, are the Cowboys actually blind to that?
No,
'Cause that's-
no, not fully. Otherwise, they would have paid Diggs more, right? Like, they had some awareness that this guy's kind of flash in the pan. But
Diggs accepted that money right away, like he knew.
that was the biggest, canary in the coal mine or whatever. Is they're like, boy, the Cowboys got a deal done with Diggs pretty quickly. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, he's robbing a bank. You think he wants to hang out and be like, can I get some ink on me? Like, no.
If they pay him any more, they're going to make him be a leader, and he doesn't want to do that.
Right. They take the stripper pole out.
Here, I want to keep making you mad by
Let's
reading
do it.
this.
I'm excited.
New defensive coordinator Christian Parker,
That's right.
an up-and-comer who helped Vic Fangio rebuild the Eagles' secondary,
Preach.
could also provide a boost.
Yes.
But Parker is replacing Matt Eberflus, a purported defensive guru fresh off a head coaching stint. Coordinator, quote, upgrades are often perceptual, which is why our projection system doesn't provide big bonuses for them. Parker should outperform Eberflus, but only by virtue of the fact that it is impossible to rank 33rd in DVOA.
That's pretty good. They will have another year that you could historically be below. That's always good news, right?
That's true, yes.
Opportunities
Can they beat
abound.
last year's defense?
Yeah.
That's a bar. But Eberflus, it's same with Nolan. Old guy running old shit.
Nah. Football Outsiders is good because they're using better stats, right? DVOA is better because there's been Cowboys teams before that didn't give up like a lot of like rushing yards because teams would just bomb them through the air, and then you'd be like, look, they're 8th best in rushing, but they're not because the TV broadcast uses yards. So, but what I'm saying is, even though they use nerdier numbers, they're still writing a national article. They're not as plugged in as even we are, dude. It just is the case that if you're listening to Machota and, reading the guy, like, it just, nobody's...
Listen to anyone. They said the Cowboys would line up in exactly what they were running, and the players didn't know what they were doing.
So that guy should say that. He should say, God, Mike Nolan was a dumpster fire last year. How we can't get away from that quick enough? Instead, he's like, he was the head coach of the Bears, where he famously failed. So
and
that's
the players didn't like him, and their defense was not good. I don't want to anoint Christian Parker as the next best thing like everyone else does, but you cannot say that is not a major upgrade from what they had last year. At least he's doing what current NFL defensive coordinators are trying to do.
Yeah, and I may be, I'm trying to think of the word here. Being an asshole is the main word for it, but I've been crying for this for as long as you guys have known me. Like this, you need to have a player who plays that position where you call him a safety or a nickel. That has been my favorite player in defensive football for 20 years, whether it was Tyrann Mathieu, to an extent, guys like Ed Reed and Troy Polamalu were used this way, but really more like corner safeties. The game is set up for offense to win now. I mean, I guess it always kind of is, but even more now. The only way that you can, as each chess piece moves, you have to have, that's why they call him like a joker. There's a guy who can make the play defensively. He is the defensive quarterback. So every football play, if everything goes well, it's going to work. Unless there's a guy on the other team who is athletic enough to play air, ground, and has it upstairs. I don't know why they don't make more money. But to me, if your defense is good enough, that's a huge question, to get you to the point where the games matter and the plays matter at the end of them, not at the start of them. A lot of Cowboy plays last year defensively, they were over when the ball was snapped. You would watch these teams play other teams, and they would get to other fun shit that you never even saw them run against Dallas. They didn't have to. They would just snap the ball and run. Now, if you're good enough, you can run that to a point where at the end of the play, you have a guy who can fuck them. And there's not that many of those guys out there. And to me, having that guy and having a coach who coaches that position as his coordinator, I think it's almost like a 50-50 chance that we're looking back on this in 2 years, just like we did Dan Quinn and Micah. That doesn't mean that, immediately Christian Parker
You think he
gets
could
traded.
have that? Caleb can have a Micah-like impact?
Yes, because think about it. They were
at that position? That's
really
interesting to me.
It'll look different.
It'll look different, and it may be not as immediate, but I think also it will look even cooler to us because we're so used to seeing disastrous back-end play, disorganization. There's nobody in charge. Like, dude, I'm telling you, this kid is a star. He is an absolute dog.
But it's just he's just not going to splash as hard as an edge rusher. And that's the thing that I think people are not going to see is that just having your guys lined up and knowing what to do and confusing the quarterback isn't as sexy as a sack.
No.
Or pressure.
But being in the right place helps guys get sacks too.
But if
I know,
if
but
you still have a lack of talent at the guys you're lining up to be in the right place, and then he gets burned because there's no pass rush, what does that matter?
It doesn't. But hopefully you're not having to double as much. Now there's more pressure, right? Your chess piece, you're more available in coverage, which allows you to not have to have Micah eat up 3 people. Now maybe 3 people can rush against 3 people.
But if Micah if Micah was getting a sack, it was because of Micah. But if Deron Bland steps in front of a pass because of the scheme that they're running because they have Caleb Downs, you're not going to notice the impact of Caleb Downs.
Well, we will. Because they'll be able to win games.
They like the offense, of course, but do point out they feel it was regressing as last season wore on. They do point out Dak, maybe like many quarterbacks, 9 of his 10 interceptions came when trailing. So, things are good when you're ahead. You're dictating what's going on out there. And when you're trailing, all of a sudden you got to do things that you feel uncomfortable with, and that's
what I want. If you're throwing picks while you're ahead, I would like you to find the bench over a long enough period of time. You don't want to just bus drive it, but
let's look at Shoddy. They criticized Shoddy a bit for growing over-reliant on Brandon Aubrey, who kicked 10 field goals between 20 and 29 yards.
He don't want to do that, not unless it's to win a game.
The Cowboys also sometimes eased off the throttle in the front zone, so between the 40 and 20-yard line, knowing that Aubrey's range starts around midfield.
I have a theory
last year
that coaching matters the most inside, like in the red zone, right? That's not that complicated, but
That's where they ranked 24th in offensive DVOA in
He
the red
struggled
zone.
tremendously.
24th.
He's got some work to do. Hopefully he's not having any lazy days. There's no excuse for it. They run the ball well. NFL teams don't like to run the ball near the goal line, but they should. It works. It was bad.
All right, let's wrap this up. Schottenheimer's most marketable assets have always been his late father's Rolodex.
That's insane. But
That's awesome.
And his ability to mollify defensive-oriented head coaches with his ultra-conservative offensive schemes. He has never been a tactical mastermind. The Cowboys' pull, trap, counter running game looks like the work of the younger, more innovative Adams. Schottenheimer's also not much of a big-picture guy. In Dallas, Jones finger paints the big picture. Schottenheimer, like Jason Garrett before him, serves as a useful buffer between Jerry and the locker room and gives the team a button-down daily public face to counterbalance Jones's bluster. But Schottenheimer promoted as an afterthought when Mike McCarthy was fired last January is a restrictor plate on the Cowboys' potential. The Cowboys are likely to endure their usual streaks and mood swings. They may find themselves in the wild card chase again, but no team is better built to lose an important game.
unfortunately,
It'll be counting on rookies in key defensive roles, plus several veterans with a reputation for either fading or packing it in down the stretch. The coach is neither a firebrand nor a chess master. The owner-operator, the loosest of cannons. You don't need FTN
trying to get a rise
Almanac.
out of me? What are we doing?
You don't need FTN Almanac to tell you that the Cowboys will once again be a danger to themselves and others. It's practically their motto. This is how the Cowboys do business. They once almost drafted Johnny Manziel, had a little family Yellowstone brawl, selected Zach Martin instead,
That show it's so bad for us.
built one of the league's best offensive lines, selected Prescott as a mid-round afterthought, and then pretended that it was their plan all along. They're doing something similar in the wake of the Parsons trade. The Cowboys are just shrewd and
Who the
cunning.
fuck? Who wrote this? I'm serious. Who wrote this? Tell me.
I give you one more paragraph.
Okay.
The Cowboys are just shrewd and cunning enough to almost solve the problems they cause for themselves. Years pass, the superstars change, the kinda sorta philosophy shifts, Jerry grows more crotchety and eccentric, but the Cowboys never put a true Super Bowl contender together because they're allergic to doing any of the little things that make a big difference. Eventually, whole careers and decades get squandered. The 4 Prescott, Lamb, Parsons years, which netted just one playoff victory, were just more of the same. So is 2025. There's no reason to think 2026 will be all that different.
There's truth there, for sure. That is the broad. I mean, they've won a lot of games. They haven't won playoff games. It always comes back to, is it because of the culture? Is it because they just don't do the little things, and that's why in big moments they fall apart? Those are all valid criticisms. But he's reading a lot into. They drafted Dak because they had Romo. They had built that offensive line for Romo. They drafted Zeke for Romo. I don't think they've ever acted like Dak was their plan all along. Considering that year, Jerry was like, wouldn't it be great if Romo came back?
Yeah.
Like, this guy's just...
And the day of the draft, they told you about the 4 other quarterbacks they actually had their eye on.
No, if anything, they've tried to tell you that, no, this is a pure accident. Look, he's black. You think we want...
Yeah.
They put together a team that would be good for an old-ass quarterback. And it turns out that was also good for a very young quarterback under Jason Garrett, who figured out how to become a franchise cornerstone. So the thing is, nobody wants to give him credit for anything. That's what drives, and the reason for that is because, and I don't like when, just saying click, that if you put that much snappy zest on your article about the Panthers, it would be like, settle down a little bit, right? It's Carolina, but when you write about the Cowboys, this is how you have to do it. Personally, I don't see, absent them playing the games, how you cannot look at 4 or 5 things that they've done over the last year to 2 years and say, oh my God, this is way different. It's way different.
That's the word different is different than better.
But he keeps harping on same. And that's what I'm saying, is that
Well,
this is not the same.
The inconsistency is the same.
That's
the wind blows. I'm now going in this direction. We now hire this defensive coordinator. Oh, he says he wants this kind of player.
Okay, you're right, but the wind blew many directions for 2 decades, and I got a lot of the same shit. Right? I got a lot of retread coordinators that they knew, and I got the middle of the field, the safety, defensive tackles positions just left wide open, and now that's.
For better or worse,
the tumbleweed blew my way.
The relationship with Shoddy is different. And maybe Shoddy's different in that he...
I think he's like a psyop. I think he's like an Al-Qaeda guy. Like, there's no way he's really...
But, I mean...
How's he pulled this coup off where they're letting him hire...
I don't know.
It makes no sense. But that's where we are.
I guess it makes sense after... I mean, number one, because he doesn't have any track record in success.
Oh, but
he doesn't have guys to
but they could
pay back.
They could easily force someone else on him though, like they did Eberflus. The Cowboys don't care. They could easily be calling, I don't know, some out of work OC.
Well,
you
but
haven't
the
thought
thing
of
is,
in a minute and being like,
the thing. Okay, well, you can see why this happened.
Ben McAdoo, you want to come back and
he was here.
I know.
You can see why this happened though. Is because it worked out in Shoddy's favor in that he was hired to, hey, look, just keep it going the way it is. It was 12-5, 12-5, 12-5. You were kind of hanging around. We don't want things to change. Dak is comfortable with you. It's not as bad as a Freddie Kitchens hiring, but it's similar as a Freddie Kitchens hiring because the quarterback likes you. That's the best thing about our team. We don't really want to ruin things right now. Whatever, we'll just have some other guy coach the defense. We did this with Wade Phillips. This is how we do things, right? Mm-hmm. In fact, they were interviewing Shoddy to be the coordinator, and they were going to make him the coordinator no matter who they hired as the head coach. They were going to tell any prospective new head coach, this is your coordinator.
The Kellen Moore.
Because that's how we do it. So Shoddy, hey, I'm just keeping everything the same. I could go get this offensive guy to, ostensibly we can call him coordinator, but I just need a little more help. But I'll call plays and everything, and they're like, oh, yeah, good. You can hire Clayton Adams. That worked out very, very well.
Yeah.
It was actually maybe one of the most innovative things they've ever done recently, right, as far as getting ahead of the league or doing what the league is doing, and Clayton Adams was a big hit. He turned this retread running back into something. Wow, this guy might really be something. Okay.
That's kind of like Brandon saying
he
hit his first
our Eberflus,
60.
our what we did with that gave Shoddy the hey, we're going to let you do the hiring here. That worked out well. Maybe it would be good to hire not just a retread. And we'll see. It does seem great. I love Christian Parker. I love listening to him talk. I love
all you have to say over and over is that stat you just read. It doesn't
But you do wonder, what does that even mean as far as, talent is talent.
Let's frame it in a way where the outcome isn't the thing, though. That's what I like about this, is that they already did it the other way, and it didn't work. It worked horribly. They had historically bad defense. So I think they deserve credit, even if it doesn't work. That, to me, is what I'm trying to say. And in articles like that, nobody wants to do that. It's like, same thing. It's different. It's not the same thing. It may work out the same, but it's wildly different than how they've done things before.
Let's do more sports in a bit. Let's do some viewer mail brought to us by Plum Quick. That is our new sponsor. It's a plumber.
And hearing pretty quick, too.
They do respond very quickly. We've gotten some emails already indicating such. Their big deal that they want to remind you about is they got that Plum Quick home membership where you can get priority service, over $700 in annual plumbing benefits for just $199 a year. We signed up, and we're scheduling Plum Quick to come over to the house next week.
My man George emailed to the kitchen sink backing up badly. He called right before lunch hoping to someone get someone out the next day. Robert said, I can have someone there within the hour. That's quick.
Amazing.
Guy came by, fixed the problem, said if I wanted to sign up for the annual maintenance program, gets a huge discount on the drain cleaning. Signed up for the membership. Done. Thanks to Plum Quick.
They have a website. That's one of the things they do.
Plumquickcompany.com. That is. That's probably where I should have said it. Plumquickcompany.com, plumquickcompany.com, or they have a Dumb Zone phone line as well, 469-331-3669.
Oh yeah, wait a minute, Uncle Hotmail. Hey, Uncle Hotmail.
I have so much Baker audio that that's the problem. I watched too much Baker between last night and this morning. Came in full of piss and vinegar.
Oh, you're channeling your inner
Who are
Baker?
you?
F you, score.
Who are you?
Yeah. Lots of viewer mail. We want to start with a Cowboy one, or we want to? All right.
I have one
I
from...
just talked it out in my head.
Oh, you go ahead then.
You want an Andrew Plum
Yeah.
Cowboy email? He wants to do another Cowboy bet.
All
Okay.
right.
All right.
Worked out well last time.
Yes, we ended up doing a remote at his place, but he paid us double. And I don't remember the actual. Anyway, he says, as we near the start of training camp, as a refresher, our bet last year, Cowboys would finish 4 games or more below 500, which the Dumb Zone barely won.
Or understood.
I will offer terms this year that are a bit easier to understand. There's too much snap on that curveball last year on what constituted 4 games under 500. The main payoff is the same. If the Dumb Zone wins the bet, I pay you double the cost of your remote to come out to the house. If Andrew wins, you guys come out and do a free show. So either way, we're doing a show at his house.
Which is a sick place.
Yep.
He brings Soroy. It's on a golf course. They've got root beer. It was a nice spot.
He say, I'm adding a neutral result. If the Cowboys win 10 games, I have you out and pay you normal cost. So here's his proposal.
We have a tiered system.
More than 10, double the cost.
We're in.
He would also like to host and cater a Cowboys playoff game, but let's just remember Winston Wolf.
Well,
Okay,
I mean, he got you the 10 in that scenario. So
we could take that step. He's just saying if they do 11+, they're probably going to be in the playoffs.
11.
Listen, here's how this will go. They won't. They'll win 11 and won't get in. It'll be one of those type of years where somehow. But continue. 10
Anyway,
or more, we go out at double.
More than 10, we get double. No 10, Andrew gets the free remote. So anything under 10.
Man. We've really
If
Vegas
the Cowboys
has moved.
don't win 10 games, Jake has to copy his favorite NFL head coach and wear a backwards Cowboys visor for every minute of the Dumb Zone episode and remote throughout the Super Bowl.
I'll add in a grit tattoo on
Okay,
my
so
hand.
he's getting his free remote
You're right there. I could do a hand tattoo.
I'm more confused.
under 10 games, and you have to wear the backwards. He says if they win 14 games, he'll pay triple.
Did they add another?
If they win 6 or less, Jake uses a hammer and chisel to create microfractures on Dan's jaw until he looks like clavicular.
I thought we were going to do a serious sports email and conversation here.
Okay, so you feel like he's joking. He's not.
I would be
If he's
fine.
saying under 10 wins is a free remote, that seems.
17 games, you're going 10-7, right? He's basically moving it up from like if you wanted to say 500, 9-8. Saying they're over 500 would have to be 9-8.
Mm-hmm.
We're putting a little extra on it. You guys already know that I'm writing checks we can't cash, and
I don't think they win 9 games.
Okay, well then we won't
They
take
definitely
the bet.
don't win 11.
Well, we'll talk it out.
No, if I talk it out, you mean you guys will get off your periods and get the stitch, then yeah, we'll talk it out.
I don't agree with that kind of humor. I know you're just trying to be funny, but that's demeaning to women.
Well, then let's be
And as
demeaning to men. Manny
a girl dad.
weighed in on Romo on Pardon My Take. First thing, I don't know if you guys talked about this without the visual, but like, hey, I'm pro-peptide, but whatever he's doing, it's just too much. It's like what you've talked about with ladies, but I mean, I know he's in his 40s, but him and Brady both just look weird. A lot of Botox, a lot of like filler and
You think he's doing filler?
big time, dude. Big time. And then at some point it starts making you look like puffy, even though it's
Can I do
not alcohol.
Can you
it's
do
weird.
filler in your wiener?
Definitely.
I think so.
They do it.
Really?
Yeah, they do like silicone. Yeah, I mean, going for girth.
Thinking about your next Jordan Hudson.
Let's
We
see
did a
here.
whole story on this. Like, you have to wear a sleeve.
I would love to see you try it.
Me?
Mhm.
Or Clayton?
Yeah,
let's try Clayton
Israel
first.
Luna was telling us about it, right?
About a wiener filler?
Yeah, that's what it was. I shouldn't have said that. I have an email. You'll determine the quality of said email from Brandon, DF number 3418. I had an incident occur the other day that recently spawned a segment idea. I'm going to tell you the segment idea at the end. I was on my way to work one morning and stopped by a Starbucks. As you probably know, they started writing personalized messages, smiley faces, etc. on their cups again last year.
They do.
He says, fine.
So it was banned at one point?
No, it fell off. But now
You're
right.
company-wide memo that said, "Hey, go
in
ahead,
the past
be
year,
fun."
every single couple have enjoy
After-
or
Wear some flair.
thanks
After-
or have a good one.
Ted Lasso gave our country what it needed, and
Okay.
we healed. We
Yeah.
started writing messages again. He says, fine. Doesn't do a damn thing for me, but have at it. Usually not a problem when you were writing on those paper cups. However, when you order an iced coffee, which comes in a plastic cup, and the dipshit barista writes your name with a non-permanent marker and condensation forms, we have a problem.
Ouch.
Within seconds after pulling away, I noticed purple stains all over my shirt. So I was left with the decision. Do I pull in, go inside, ask for the manager, complain, accomplish basically nothing, and leave probably more upset than I already was, or just drop it and go about my day? The name of the segment is Karen or Spare 'em. So you're faced with the moment, and you're running the
So he can
computation.
turn into a Karen,
I
or
can
he
go
can
Karen,
spare them
or I can spare him. Just
the beating of
And
dealing
you.
with a Karen. Yeah.
spare it.
Okay, I like it.
Because that is the moment right there where he's like, what the fuck? But what is they don't have a shirt for you in there.
No, but they have a coupon
See, that's
for
a little
free drink.
different.
Possibly. But is that worth it?
But
Yes, it is.
As a Karen, to actually talk to the person who did it is different than a Karen complaining about the CVS system
Right.
on how they. I recently heard my wife on the phone with somebody from CVS.
She didn't call CVS.
About what?
It was like talking to the pharmacist, but she was upset with the way their system would.
Okay.
And I'm like, I don't think that person has anything to do with.
Yeah, that's tough.
You know what I mean?
I definitely know what you mean. For a
If
second,
you're
I
on
thought
with
you meant like
the customer service rep.
I'm pretty sure my stepmom will call the pharmacy and be like, this coupon was only rang up at 20%.
But it was supposed to be
the
30.
coupon says 30. And it's
I don't see the problem
15 the value. The problem is that you need to value yourself. There's at some point there's more there. So Karen or spare him.
I like it.
Yeah,
I'm on board.
good bit.
Let's see. Got a guy who went down to a nude beach in Austin. Did you
Dude,
see
read
one?
that one. I know him, but I know we're going to keep it anonymous. But I thought that was a great email.
Dear CEOs, clitoral executive officers, I recently visited Hippie Hollow in Austin. It's supposedly one of the top 3 public nude beaches in the U.S. Did you guys know this?
No.
Yeah, I've
No.
been there forever. I've been adjacent. I've never been nude there. It's a lot of lakes and tributary areas down there in Austin where you can go like sunbathe. Hippie Hollow, you can go nude.
I can't read this whole thing. It's kind of like a FTN almanac breakdown of going to the nude beach, but I will read much of it. He says, thanks to Game Day Men's Health, I was feeling unusually confident, decided it was finally time to experience my first public nude beach. He popped a couple early bird gummies, convinced himself to take the trek down to the lake. Was walking around and eventually says, no more putting it off. The shorts came off. I let my shrimp flag fly.
Good for you.
yeah.
He says, I'm not a well-endowed guy. I'm at the top of the average bell curve.
Yeah, aren't we all?
What doesn't help is that I'm a grower
I got a 5'11" dick.
in a flaccid state. In a flaccid state, it looks like I've got an acorn sitting on a beanbag.
Yeah.
So anyway, he's walking around naked, and he hears someone yell, "Call the park rangers!"
Oh, no.
That's when my day turns into a series of Larry David moments. Apparently, a woman had passed out from a combination of alcohol and the 102-degree heat. Someone is pouring cold water on her while another is elevating her legs. It looks like everything's under control, so I turned around and head back to my chair. But then I heard, "Excuse me, sir." I turned around. Standing there are two park rangers, both attractive women in their mid-20s. Would you mind answering a few questions about what happened?
He's still nude?
So he says, my mind is racing. Do I ask him to wait while I get a towel?
Yes.
Too late. They've already seen my miniature beef stick. Do I cover myself with my hands? Well, that's somehow even weirder. Do I turn around and fluff myself? I'm pretty sure that's a felony. He says, I know, I'll cross my arms and flex my biceps. Maybe that'll redirect everyone's attention north.
Yeah, thumb them up a little.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, they say, hey, what's going on? I awkwardly explained everything I knew, somehow ended the conversation by thanking them for their service.
They're park rangers. They're not Marines. What are we talking about?
And then I shame-walked back to my chair. He says, eventually everything settles down, so I decide to go for a hike. Now he's on a naked hike.
God, dude.
Being naked while sitting in one place is one thing. Walking around feels completely different. There were definitely a few nude guys slowly walking the trails, making prolonged eye contact to see if there was any mutual interest. I politely declined.
A little hey man, what's up rodeo action, huh?
The good news is I apparently wasn't giving off creeper vibes because two nude women stopped me to ask what time it was. We chat for a couple minutes about paddle boarding the lake, and the fact that it was my first visit. They were generally friendly and not trying to hook up, I think. Overall, Hippie Hollow was a great experience. Everyone respectful. Nobody cared what anybody looked like. And after about 20 minutes, the nudity honestly became the least interesting part. I'm now waiting for the Dumb Zone day at the Hollow.
Hey now.
Keep cranking hog from Redacted.
I'm in.
You're in to go to the Hippie Hollow?
With listeners only. I don't want to go solo.
With Israel?
I'll go with Israel, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You want to do a couple gummy thoughts?
Sure. You want it to be brought to us by Early Bird CBD?
I think that would make sense.
always sponsor
Earlybirdcbd.com is your one-stop shop for gummies. Promo code DZ20 will get you 20% off and free shipping. There are 2.5 milligrams of real ass, I believe. Real ass THC is the scientific term, which means you will not be able to fly a plane in the military. But if that's not your job and you're not getting drug tested, these are the gummies you want to get. The laws are changing out there, especially here in Texas. But at earlybirdcbd.com, you're covered. DZ20. I got a quick one here from Alex. Now, he uses a word that Jerry Jones uses to describe Larry Lacewell.
Midget.
It's Blake Jones, too. I'm going to go little people. How are
WHL?
They, midgets, mowing their lawns? I've never seen a small lawnmower. A regular size one has the handle height way too high. Is this you? It's a great question. He said see you Thursday, so I figured.
Oh, you sent it? Oh, okay. Awesome.
Riding lawnmower, maybe?
Yeah, but even that would look hilarious, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
He can't reach.
Right.
What about grocery cart? Do they do a little car?
They get in the
Sit in the car.
Now the kid cart.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
the little
drive
kid.
it around.
Yeah.
The one with the flag sticking up on it so you can find your kid.
All right, and then I got a quick one here that's, potentially a little racista, but we've talked before.
This is a gummy thought?
Yeah.
Okay.
About how you go to the doctor. There might be a particular type of doctor you're more excited if they walk in, like based on what part of the world they're from, their accent.
Yeah.
And this is just lunch paling extended, right? This is just seeing a guy and being like, oh, this is a natural athlete right here. He's just, and it's a black guy. White kid runs the same way. You say he's heady. But we've changed, not because of the dick biting, but we changed Carter's daycare. He goes to like an all-day thing. It's a school, it's not a daycare, but it's a school daycare thing. And we switched, same price, but we were told really good things about this other place. And it's half Spanish, half the days in Spanish. So
that's awesome.
It is awesome. If for no other reason than what I'm about to tell you, that I went to go pick him up yesterday, and then I was thinking about it last night, and I go pick him up, and the first lady I see is like a 70-year-old Mexican lady. And she's like, I know whose son this is. Muy guapa, muy guapa. Where's my tall, then we go back. That's all that's employed there. We've got like 60, maybe somewhat younger on the front end, but like 40 to 70-year-old Latina women. And I don't know, I'd pay more. Like the feeling you get when they're in there, I'm not trying to slot people and say like this is what you should be doing, but I'm telling you that handing your child off, if you could pick, Mexican grandma's number one. Like the level of they're like a human blanket. Like the comfort level. And my son, you think he's dicking around there? No. I don't know how he knows, but he knows this is different. This is not a 22-year-old with a nose piercing and some tattoos. This is abuelita, and we're snapping into action.
Really?
Here. Dude, it's awesome.
Interesting.
And again, I'm not trying to say like we need like an underclass, but it's just like some people are good at certain things culturally.
And you're saying Mexican ladies are usually grandmas at the age of 40.
I'm not saying that exactly, but I am saying that culturally they do end up living in a family unit a lot more often, and like being like my mom will tell you she was born to be a mom and now born to be a grandma. Mm-hmm. Like she grew up Catholic. They were very white, but you know what? I don't know. My point is I'm drafting on traits, and if I see Mexican grandma, I'm writing the check to the daycare place.
I mean, all profile is based in.
There's somewhere in there.
Every stereotype is based in some kind of truth, right?
I'm like, yes, ma'am. I'll pull the door shut on the way. I don't want to get in trouble.
A little bit more discipline there with like the chancla coming out to strike the child.
I think
that should be a waiver they have to sign.
I don't think they can hit them with culturally appropriate weaponry, but yeah. Good stuff.
I guarantee they have tamales around Christmas for sale.
Got a gummy thought?
My mom's been running a sewing
or do you have a
machine
gummy
shop
thought, Blake,
for 45 years. You don't think I have tamale hookups?
This is from Tim in Maine. It's more of a thought experiment. If Baker is the Tom Brady of Johnny Manziel's, who's the Kirk Cousins of Johnny Manziel's?
I got one.
I don't even know what that means.
But I do. Mid. And it's smash his hand with a hammer. It's Gardner Minshew.
Oh, Gardner Minshew's good. I was thinking Tommy DeVito.
He sucks too bad. He's a bit. Kirk Cousins you can hang your hat on. Yeah. You just need a mid version of a wild boy. And I think Gardner Minshew, because you can't get many of them, right?
Okay.
You're not going to keep a job for long.
I like this. Yeah, that's a good.
But that one actually.
Yeah, all right. He's just not that good. Yeah. Uh-huh. But good enough. Like he's legit.
Will Greer tried. But that's a little too, just not enough action.
DiNucci had a little in him.
Yes. Dude, Drew Lock is a great one.
Drew Lock's a good one.
I'd love to get DiNucci this year as like in our stable, right? I started to write him a DM to be like, you remember when we got Joel Klatt on Bad Radio? I know we're not the ticket, but like Joel Klatt was nobody. Mm-hmm. Very, very small. Bob and Dan had a hookup.
Are you predicting great things for DiNucci?
No, but it's like my pitch. He's doing games now. He has a game every weekend in college football and does like some NFL stuff, and he lives here. And I'm like, let's fucking team up. If there was a guy we were gonna work with, it would be him and not what's his dick from the Super Bowl.
Hey, is Ted back?
Cooper Rush.
Speaking of games,
I don't know.
Maybe Ted will be on with him. Anyway, gummy thought. What is the youngest you can die of old age?
Yeah.
Gotta be past AARP.
if you're 65 and you die
Yeah.
of natural, like, is that old age?
Because age is.
Do you ever actually die of old age? You die of his pancreas gave out.
I think what you
does
die
a pancreas
of
give out?
is an
What's a
illness
pancreas?
that really only hits when you're a certain age, right? So your cancer, you're not using that. But if it's something that you usually would only get,
Like, I think Betty White died of old age. She was 100 or what? Almost 100.
but like the flip side of this is kind of dark. But I've been doing a podcast with TC for like 15 years now, and been friends with him, and he's had a very cavalier approach to health, longevity.
Like, if he died now, is that of old age?
We've been talking about like how far he thinks he'll make it, and if he died at 50, you would look at that and be like, that's the same as another guy at 80. Like he's gonna die from something an 80-year-old would die at 51.
So he's doing nothing to try to.
So that's old age. At
Yeah.
that, like you just press the gas harder.
This from CBS News. Old in the 1920s was considered 55 or older. So TC's just 1920s. Today is 65 and older. It's considered old age.
That feels right, but still, there's something to it's relative. If you really hammer it, you can be old at 50. Dilly. I got one from Eliseo. We were talking about syncing up recently because a lot of people learned a lot of stuff about, we didn't just learn about Winston Wolf from Dan. We learned that syncing up is not just as it pertains to women and their cycles of blood and the moon. It's also a fun way to enjoy adult content by yourself where what are you doing? You're pretending that you're in the act. Well, why not pretend all the way and sync up the climax? A lot of people who've heard.
Yeah, I don't like this either.
A lot
Blake.
of people
Let's just move on.
have heard
All right,
Dan
I
say
gotta-
this for years and did not know that. So this is kind of a rude awakening for a lot of people. Eliseo said that he had a friend who told him he synced it up every single time for like ever. He's like, that's just what he did.
I believe that Eliseo has a friend
Yeah.
that talks about
Quote,
that openly with him.
friend.
He says,
No, but
it may be the gayest thing I've ever heard. If you really break it down, aren't you busting to an image of a guy busting? Please get Noviello on the horn and get his final and permanent ruling
Yeah.
on this true gay, not gay.
Yeah, that's good.
I'll get Noviello on anytime.
Okay.
I got a few things, including a movie trope. First, though, words Dan has ruined. This is more of a phrase. Riding lawnmower.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
That from
we're all
Garrett.
thinking it.
It's not ruining anything.
It's spicing it up.
Yeah, you know she's ready.
I didn't own one before he
Yeah.
started talking about it. My wife listens, so
Yeah.
I still don't know.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Eric writes in, says, we need some representation from the community on the Miss Piggy list. So he offers Danielle Brooks from Orange is the New Black.
Danielle Brooks. Oh, yeah. I guess I haven't crossed over the racial Rubicon yet, but she's definitely in it. Yeah. Thick face.
I don't know. Who's the girl that was in 30 Rock? She does a show on Fox every day.
Jennifer Hudson?
No.
Wendy Williams?
Nope. No,
Oh,
you dirty
Sherry-
racist. Sherry something.
Sherry Shepherd?
Is that it?
She's on The View. Or was on The View.
Yeah.
She's definitely on the list.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Thank you. That's
Yeah.
way more than Danielle Brooks. I think
I agree.
Danielle Brooks might have she might be big,
This is
but
a
it
good
just
counter.
doesn't.
Sherry Shepherd legitimately looks like they pressured someone into making Miss Piggy black. I
Was
love it.
Sherry Shepherd.
I love it.
And then last thing for me.
RRI.
Movie trope. This from Todd.
And she's hot.
Oh, yeah.
I love Sherry Shepherd.
No doubt.
From 42 Todd. Anyone sneaking into a hospital finds a closet with either scrubs or a white coat and badge to slip into a disguise.
Oh, yeah.
Right there.
Just hanging out.
Look, I'm an orderly.
And
And
orderly.
here's a big garbage can I'm pushing around.
A guy sent me one about the hospital that I didn't totally get, although in looking it up, I guess more in 70s movies. But he said, my wife just had knee surgery, and I brought her some things to the hospital. It made me think of this movie trope. Bringing someone liquor and cigarettes when they're in a hospital bed and you're visiting them. And I looked it up, and I guess like one flew over the coop. I don't know, but I've never thought of that, never seen it. But I guess you did used to be able to just smoke in a hospital. I'm not sure. My swine line submission from, I think it was Callan, was April from Eastbound and Down. If she's not already on the list, she's clearly
Katie.
Oh, yeah.
Katie Mixon.
Yeah, she's a.
Yeah, I'm in love with her.
Absolutely.
on TV.
Absolutely.
You want that dude perfect report?
God.
We had a guy
Time's come.
that went to see Dude Perfect for us. Was going with his kid. So this was at Dickey's Arena. He said, I'm reporting from the Fort Worth Dude Perfect show. They did shows at Dickey's Arena and the AAC back-to-back nights.
Damn, what is it, Nate Bargatze?
Just so you know, the dudes are still huge. Here are the highlights. Was not quick enough to pull out my phone to get this audio, but the DJ leading the crowd in a chant of dude on one side of the arena.
Yeah.
And then perfect on the other side in the style of the Boomer Sooner.
Yep.
Or Texas Fight.
Yes.
He said that would have been a great drop. So, yes, if anybody else is ever going to one of these, we might need that. Or you just might need to care about the show for once, Blake, and go.
No.
I'll go with you.
No.
I would like you to try something for
What
the
if-
first time with me. It grows in the ground.
Me, you, the four of us with Clayton, and we dress up as different Dude Perfect members.
Oh, my
Okay.
God. That's so good.
Or wait, how many Dude Perfects are there? Are there 5?
5.
We bring Henry.
They made him mad
Who are the
already.
twins? Anyway, where are we? The theme of the show was squad games. So maybe like Squid Games, which was a best-of-7 series in different competitions between the Dude Perfect Squad and the YouTube Creator Squad.
Oh, it's like the Generals or something?
He said, I wasn't familiar with the YouTube guys, but one of them was named Fat Stafford.
Okay, I like that a lot.
I'm in on Fat Stafford.
He is known across social media for his impressive trick shot throws, such as launching marshmallows and honey buns into people's mouths and pants,
What are we doing?
as well as humorous weight loss challenge updates.
Back in my day, dude, guys were getting in planes and flying missions. That's what my generation was doing. This man right here,
Yeah, Byron.
not throwing marshmallows at guys' balls on the internet.
The names of the games they played were Quarterback Chaos, Archery Tag, Giant Speed Golf, Dunk Tank Duel, Go-Kart Soccer, which he says was the highlight of the night.
Yeah, I got an email from a guy, too, a different email review, and his exact same thing. He said, Go-Kart Soccer is legitimately awesome.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and he sent me a video.
Okay.
It's what you think it is.
Slingshot Basketball, and they had an all-sports battle that ended with a full-court arena archery shot by Tyler to pop a balloon. Boy, that
Yeah,
place
that's
must
his
have gone
bit.
nuts. And there were interludes in between each game, some sort of interlude while they would set up the next game. One of those, they did a live segment of their new podcast called Almost Athletes.
Excellent.
Oh, all right.
You're familiar?
No, I know that guy. Well, if I hadn't blown my knee out, I'd been all pro.
That's what makes him so funny. Do you
The
remember
podcast-
the stereotype videos were my favorite early on.
The podcast segment didn't really land with my 5 and 3-year-old. No competition for the Dumb Zone. Not enough Holocaust bean talk.
That's a very thought-provoking historical question that historians
It's
would
history.
be wise to consider.
At the end of the show, after Ty hits the full court shot, popping the balloon with his bow and arrow, they say their goodbyes, but let everyone know they could stick around. And 5 or so minutes later, they're going to share their testimony.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Tyler is the main one talking, but the one line that stood out to me was, quote, if it wasn't for Jesus, Dude Perfect would have fallen apart 10 or 15 years ago. The show itself was awesome and entertaining. The way my 5-year-old reacted when Cody scored a goal in go-kart soccer was like the Cowboys scoring a touchdown. I think on this tour, even cold-hearted Jake and Blake would have had fun with their kids.
Doubt it.
Pound it, noggin, see ya. From Paul. You, of course, know that's how the dudes end their video, right?
No,
Blake,
I
pound
haven't
it.
seen it.
Blake, pound it, bro.
No.
Pound it.
Come
No.
on, noggin.
Do a pound it to the
Fucking
camera.
Noggin,
No.
dude.
Pound it.
No,
You want to
I've
end with
never
pound it
noggin.
and noggin every day?
I don't.
And add that to
This
it?
guy says in his review, one thing I'm absolutely certain of, the Schottenheimer kids are 100% Dude Perfect fans just by watching. Too much humble Garth Brooks BS with faith and family and all that other nonsense. I'm Team Creator Squad, is what this guy said. But I don't know. I think if you're going to do the testimony, doing it afterward, I frankly appreciate that as opposed to
It's closing remarks.
closing remarks.
You don't have to stay.
I don't know how I would explain it to my kids. You know,
What? The testimony or Dude
no,
Perfect's
no.
existence?
Just because this guy highlighted, and I don't know exactly. He's talking about a 5-year-old, right? That's different. But I think I'm more worried about where we are with like an 11 or 12-year-old, because by that time, if our culture is going to have any hope, you should be saying this is gay. That's the only chance. By 12 or so, you should be thinking Kobe Bryant was cool, not because of the hotel thing, but because he wanted to kill people in sports. And that, I was at that point where Michael Irvin was my hero when I was like in 6th grade, because I knew he partied super hard and like fucked bitches and scored touchdowns. Right? That, I don't know where you go. Like, I don't know how you make anything if you're, maybe. But it feels like their whole thing is just a commercial. Everything is just kind of a commercial. Whereas, like, again, by the time I was 13 or 14, our heroes were Jackass, which is sort of the same thing, where you're like, I'm going to get with my buddies and create something out of nothing, just screwing around. But it's just so different, and I don't identify with it, but if my kids do, then I'll be into it.
So I've been watching.
Then I'll tell them that they're...
Did I tell you I sifted through Human Giant?
No,
So
I don't
went
feel
back
like you
to-
have to sift as much.
I went back to Human Giant. It
There's
was
not
great.
enough episodes for it to suck.
There's only 12 episodes. It's awesome.
Good.
It's actually very, very good. Like,
That-
I was very surprised at how good it was.
I did Whitest Kids, you know. You got to sift there. There's some.
Yeah,
poo-poo.
no. First couple, there's a little, but they're
So good.
very strong. And you could see why all those guys just went on to do, like, they couldn't keep them together. They're just too good. So I went from that to now I've been plowing through. There's only 6 or 8 episodes total of Doggy Fizzle Television.
Oh, hell yeah.
Remember I've told you about this?
Oh, yeah.
It's the early 2000s.
You're the keeper of the gold on this one.
Snoop had himself a sketch comedy show on MTV in the early 2000s. This preceded Chappelle, and you could feel a little Chappelle formatty in there, but Chappelle's obviously quite a bit funnier. In the
Like,
long
is there a PSA or something somewhere?
I don't know. What do you mean by that?
Well, like Chappelle started doing the, like, hey, kid, it's herpes. This little, like, where the needles dressed up. Like, it's a kid, like the kid type thing. I don't know. I want to watch it.
Well, Doggy Fizzle Television is just a sketch comedy show, and you just mentioned something that makes me remember the one I watched last night. It was like episode 3 or something. It's hit or miss.
Mm-hmm.
There's some big misses. Like, why would you swing at that? It's not even.
That'll happen.
Okay, there's not. But there's some stuff in there that is good. I don't know if this one was good or not, but it was. They were doing a Jackass spoof called Blackass, but it was with the guys from Jackass. So the guys from Jackass are filling up a swimming pool with piranha, and then jumping in it, and then Snoop would just be like, "My black ass wouldn't do that."
That's the
Like,
whole payoff.
The whole every bit, and then they'd go,
Yeah.
"What's their theme song?"
Just
and then it would
change
say
the frame.
"black ass"
I
like
love
on
it.
the screen, like, and then they would show him doing another bit that was
Yeah.
just totally moronic, and and
Yeah.
then he'd be like, "A black ass wouldn't go near that."
Yeah.
Black ass.
I love it. Vane?
That's for your mill. Now we go to break. Vane.
You know why I'm really lucky? Because I got great friends. Because we learned from Bob Dylan years ago. from Tom Thumb's Blues. They said they'd stand behind me when the game got rough. But the joke was on me, because there was nobody even there to bluff. I'm going back to my hometown in San Diego. I do believe I've had enough. And along that road, that long, strange trip, my friends who would call me every day and say, "Don't give up, Bill. Don't quit. You can make it back." There was one guy in particular who did it more than most. My friend Tim Taft, from Dallas, actually. Tim Taft and his incredible restaurant chain, Super Salad. And Tim would call me up and say, "Bill, this is unacceptable." And he's pounding out email messages. "Don't give up. Don't quit, Bill. You can get back." And when you have friends like Tim Taft, anything is possible. I am back in the game of life. I am truly the luckiest guy on the face of the earth. Thank you, Timmy. I love you.
Whoa. You're listening to The Dumb Zone.
We like to promote things like this Saturday night at the Dallas Comedy Club. It is our, I don't know what we call it. It's Dumb Zone Comedy Night, featuring the Dumb Zone Casting Couch, where we will have a few comedians come up, some local funny people. I say that because there's even Lady, Blake.
No way.
And they will go up on mic and do their bit and be funny. And at this first one is the first time that the Dumb Zone listener will have this promoted to them. Jake Kemp, stand-up comedy. Like, you might have had a Dumb Zone listener in some of your audiences before, but
maybe one.
We've never actually promoted.
No.
That you will be, so it'll be people that listen to us will see Jake do stand-up. Is this the time that we get Blake up on stage to do 5 minutes? I don't know. Is this the time that I get back up there? Probably not. I don't know.
You got to be there to find out.
It's definitely the time that Jake is. We're promoting that Jake will be going up.
I will give you a mid-5.
If we promote the time Blake goes up, we're going to have to sell more tickets.
We've got to get a bigger venue. Probably got to call Hulu just to make sure their production is ready.
Yeah. Anyway, Saturday night, dumbzone.com.
Hell yeah.
And then you go to our events page. There's a link there where you can buy tickets. It's $10, and then, yes, they throw on some tax and stuff, so it'll end up being $14.99, I believe. But there are still seats available. We did find out. Someone else didn't think about Winston Wolf, and they were like, "Oh, cool, we sold out." We didn't. It's not sold out. So join us. Oh, and it's at 5 o'clock. So it's a great time. You'll be out of there by 6:30, I guess.
So much daylight.
We'll be partying at 7 somewhere else, all of us. So that is this Sunday. Also, a quick promotion for 1 week from today will be July 30th. It'll be my triumphant return from a couple of days off. And we will be at Zoli's in Fort Worth. That is a pizza place that is part of the Cane Rosso empire.
That's a big spot.
Pilf Catering empire.
We had a huge crowd there the one time we were in Fort Worth. That's a big one. Like a big outdoor area. People love sitting outside
We've been there?
right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. All right. So, I don't.
Yeah.
Look, we go to a lot of places.
We do, and a lot of them have pizza.
We do a lot of things.
A couple quick things here. This I wanted to get into viewer mail, and I failed you all. But I have to do it now because if it waits till next week. This is from Heather.
You know.
I believe that Heather works in she says, I hate to shit on my fellow health humanities professionals, but this took me out. So what does that mean? Health? Are you guys following the tale of Jimothy the raccoon?
Oh, yeah.
We love Jimothy, don't
Jimothy's
we, folks?
the shit.
Jimothy, the raccoon with half of a spine, Dan, that has become a social media darling.
Oh, that thing?
Up in Seattle.
It's like a little ogre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was right near it. If I had known, I would have gone and tried to find Jimothy. But Yeah. So Heather got this email from like a listserv that she's on, and it's an article by a disabled person about how just focusing on Jimothy's disabilities is actually not helpful for humans with disabilities. I put the email in here if you want to read some of it. But it's like, people can look at a disabled animal and immediately see everything that makes them look special. But disabled people are rarely offered the same curiosity or compassion. Our differences are treated as uncomfortable. Our needs are called inconvenient. And, like, this is all definitely true. But the thing is, we're not looking at Jimothy being like, hey, cool. Everyone's making fun of Jimothy. He just doesn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
no one's like, this is great.
If what you're hoping for is the mental clarity of a raccoon so that people can treat you like a sideshow and it doesn't bother you.
We could kind of film you as you're limping down the street. Hey, look
at him. Look at this ogre. Yeah, I don't think you want to be treated like Jimothy is. But I just love that even one of our female listeners who works in some sort
a health humanities professional is an interdisciplinary expert who applies disciplines like literature, philosophy, ethics, and history to healthcare, focusing on patient advocacy, medical ethics, and narrative medicine.
That makes sense.
I don't even understand what any of that means.
Well, it's like this. You've got people who need to advocate for people with disabilities, right? There's got to be somebody saying, hey, look, they couldn't make it here today.
So I guess, like back in the day, we just would call it the Elephant Man, and we'd
right, yeah.
And then is that what this person is crying for? Let's make that great again.
It's kind of like it's just funny to me, right?
Yeah.
As politically, whenever you'll see like the police riots are going on and everything, like black people are being shot at a disproportionately high rate, and then there's like this black Harvard professor that Brunig put me onto, and it's like, okay, well, so as long as they're being killed at a proportionate rate,
we'd be cool. Yeah.
Only 13% of the people who have been
killed
by police.
If we can get 2% of these down, we're
all good.
Complaints over.
Yeah. That's funny to me. And then also from the complaint file, I got too many tabs open. Let's pull back over here.
That's why your internet was slow earlier.
There's an article out today, a USA Today article on Caitlin Clark. It's an opinion piece by someone named Nancy Armour or Armour. Don't know her. But the headline got a lot of people fired up. Caitlin Clark's flopping isn't just annoying, it's becoming dangerous. And I caught the tail end of the Wings played late last night. Mm-hmm. They did win, guys. They actually won. But I saw Caitlin Clark's press conference, like on the post-game show. She got another technical,
She
apparently.
played against the Wings?
No. It was their around the NBA type thing.
All right.
And she got another technical. They're asking. It's very Luka. Like, they were asking her coach, like, do you think she can be a little more, like, tactical about when she gets these technicals so you know, like, what game she's going to be suspended for? It's like, I'm hanging on for the ride. Like, you're Caitlin Clark's coach. You're Luka's coach.
Yeah,
you're going to take the dinner.
You're not tactically deciding when I'm going to.
Yeah, the coach laughed as if she's like,
I don't have my mind.
I have no control.
Yeah.
Over, I could give her a few words, but no. In any case, so now I read you a paragraph from the column. It should need reminding. This country has an awful history of black people being harmed, even killed, in the name of defending white women. The irony of the WNBA's All-Star Game is that it is happening this weekend in Chicago, the hometown of Emmett Till, who became an icon for the civil rights movement after his tragic murder. A local art gallery is currently hosting an exhibit imagining his life if he hadn't been lynched. While it's incumbent on the NBA to do more to protect its players, there also should be an expectation on Clark to recognize the broader implications of her actions being weaponized.
So wait, this particular technical was in Chicago? Like what are we?
The All-Star Game is in Chicago
the All-Star.
this weekend.
Okay, so that's.
I don't think they were even.
So if the All-Star Game was in Charlotte, it'd be a little different, or if it was in.
You might be able to find another
LA.
racial martyr there, right? Like,
but like this, especially
not in Chicago, dude.
Especially where
Emmett
Emmett Till
100
once
years ago
whistled at a white woman, or
and also,
at least
like,
allegedly.
Also, that's the one you know a name of, right? Which doesn't delegitimize it. It's representative of several cases. But I effing lost it when I saw the last line that says, there should also be an expectation on Clark to recognize the broader implications of her actions being weaponized. So she's like about to give a hard foul, and in her mind she's thinking of like Derek Chauvin,
like a real
like fuck. She's like, I can't do it.
A real
They'll
quick
kill another one.
montage, like the end of the Sixth Sense or something. All these racial, these hanging body, this
so
and that, like
KKK cross burning. She just pulls up
the tear gas being fired into a crowd.
Rosa Parks,
the KK or whatever. Yeah,
and then she just doesn't. She doesn't. She's like, God, this is too broad of implications.
And then she pulls back. Yeah, like okay.
You said a hard foul. Did you see what her technical was about?
No, I didn't see. I only saw the press conference, and her teammates were laughing about it.
The Fever are up by 30 or so, and apparently the someone on the other team was telling Caitlin Clark that she's been locking her up, and Caitlin Clark pointed at the scoreboard and said "scoreboard," and they gave her a tech.
Yeah, that seems light, but I've ridden the Luca ride before. This woman is talking about flopping, because we were talking about the other day. You know, maybe it was Chuck Klosterman or somebody making the point that that's kind of the only like racial violence that feels really
What?
Just because it's for whatever reason I don't get racial vibes when I see like when I see Tyler Hero got knocked out by Bam Adebayo. I don't think about race at all. I'm like, Tyler Hero's a bitch.
What was that about?
Tyler Hero's a bitch. Bam Adebayo's a loose cannon. But for some reason in the WNBA, it's getting wrapped up in this like, look, they're beating on a white woman.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why this woman is complaining, because she's flopping, and that's just like whistling and getting a black guy lynched, saying that he raped you on an elevator.
And she's not even thinking about that.
And
like, that's the worst part
it's
is
incumbent on her, you know?
Yeah, the worst part is she doesn't even care.
You want to be the face of the league? And you're not accounting for Emmett Till?
Part of these other comments, speaking of injuries, Frankel and Frankel.
Yeah, she needs to call them, for sure.
Our personal injury attorneys, if indeed you've had your throat stepped on or whatever it is that Caitlin Clark has suffered. They're the ones to call. It's 214 or 817, then all threes. They worked for the insurance companies. They fight for the little guy. They worked, I should say. They used to work for the insurance companies, and they know the tricks. They know how they are trying to keep you from what you deserve, and so they know how to get you what you deserve. They've done it for, probably thousands of people now over the years. So give Frankel and Frankel a call if indeed you find yourself in that situation where you need a personal injury attorney to fight for you. It's 214 or 817, then all threes. And, you could mention the dumb zone when you call them. I don't know. Do your thing. Oh, I thought you were in the middle of more stuff. Are you done?
I was mostly done, but I just wanted that on the mic. The Lone Star crack. I actually think I am done. I had those two stories, the why Hillary lost and the Caitlin Clark one. Is there anything else we had to make sure we get to?
You said you do have a lot of talk about the new series, Quarterback.
Oh, hell yeah. I'll play you one thing. You're right.
I've watched 2 of them now. 2 full episodes. How many are there, Blake?
7.
Oh, my gosh. I don't know if I can get to
You can skip around a little bit if you really want to, but...
Here's a tip. If you see Jaden Daniels, just hit fast forward.
Not much there. You're going to talk to his mom a lot.
I cannot stand her.
Sure.
Is that his agent?
She's a powerful woman. So you're out
you got
from day
me.
one.
Mm-hmm.
She is his agent. She's quick to let you know that she was a money manager beforehand. She's like, I don't need Jaden's money. I've got my own money. But, in the case of when it's Joe Flacco, you're going to talk to his wife. Well, Jaden Daniels doesn't have a wife, so here's his mom. And she is, and that's the other thing, too, is he's very quiet. He's an introvert. He's a chill guy. She's not. She's way out there.
Do you have any thoughts on Cam Ward and predicting thumbs up or thumbs down just when it's all said and done about his career?
I'm much higher than I am on some other guys of that build, right? Like Anthony Richardson, I was out on pretty early.
Oh, really?
Cannon arm.
Okay.
But Cam Ward, he may be faking it, but he seems pretty committed to, like, ball. He seems committed to learning, and he was a late quarterback, so I think there's a lot of meat left on the bone.
It's just, I guess maybe it's just the.
I like his parents, too. I'm a sucker. If I see your parents and it's like they seem like they were kind of hard-assed, that's why I like the Downs brothers is, you know.
Yeah, it was pretty jarring going from Jaden Daniels' mom to then two normal people sitting on the couch and like, yeah, he was always good at stuff.
They're holding like a framed photo from like Marcel's, just like a cheap. I'm like, dude, these people look like my parents.
And just the most basic Thanksgiving spread. Just
Sucked.
They made me feel like home.
Right.
No, I mean, it's that he's so young, and it's like I've said, it's the franchise quarterbackification of whatever, like real boy. If he turns out to be Peyton Manning, this could mean this. Okay, well, we then treat them all like they're Peyton Manning before they even start, and it's just the whole. I don't know. Was it like this 20 years ago? Was it like this 40? Just where you would be like, you're the savior of this franchise. Even Troy getting drafted here, even though you're a number 1-1, was it like we're just going to? Well, no.
It was Jimmy, though.
It was Jimmy.
Yeah.
And I guess maybe that was just football in general. Is like we're going to kind of make even
it's the money.
The superstar quarterback kind of earn it before I can start treating you like a superstar quarterback. But the second Cameron Ward is drafted, everybody's walking on eggshells around the guy because this is the franchise quarterback now. I don't think that helps them develop.
No, it's hard. It's very hard to get it right. I think Dak being a fourth-round pick helped tremendously.
Yeah.
But
and it's also the Titans. It's Brian Callahan. It's a 30-year-old Calvin Ridley.
It's what's his name from the Giants, the Dable, right?
Mm-hmm. Now, but
last year.
When you're watching last year, there's a lot there.
Who was his OC? Who's the guy talking to him on the sideline? I'll do this tomorrow.
He was fired quickly.
If we're going to save that audio, because you had one you wanted to
his
today.
coach didn't know the rules of the game, all that.
Elbow.
This one's funny to me because recently on this show,
that's right,
we reintroduced an early It's Just Banter hypothetical. I believe this comes to us from Dr. Garrett. We were young, all right? Our lives were very different when this hypothetical was posed, but maybe 25. The question was, would you rather go without receiving oral sex for the rest of your life or eating cheese of any kind? And the debates, I mean, this is probably right after, 5,000 years from now, it'll be Plato, Aristotle, this. So I thought this was funny from Baker Mayfield because we happen to know a little bit about his personal life.
His economy.
Hold on. Blake.
And Dallas.
I'll figure it out. Hold on. Everyone just be cool. We're working stuff out.
Feels like you're the only one yelling at yourself.
It's possible. Let's try.
We're very cool.
Is it playing now?
We're like three little Fonzies over here.
Here you go.
They're going to win this division again, and Baker's the reason why.
Now they're out there on the field.
We just got to make a couple tosses here.
He's got a certain quiet confidence and peace about him.
I hate having to hear
Oh my gosh,
that.
it feels so good.
He's been great.
I had breakfast. 3-egg omelet, chicken sausage, turkey, veggies, no cheese. Everybody knows the rules.
No cheese. Cheesecake Factory. He wasn't getting cheese. We know the decision that Baker's made.
Yeah, there's no relation there at all.
Now, the only
That's
other
just
thing
a
I
guy
had from
who's-
episode 1, I think I've told you guys this. I didn't even know that there was a Delaware accent. When you guys used to make fun of Gribble for being from Delaware and like call him fake Philly, I didn't know. I don't think I could show you where Delaware was right now. I know the shape of it, so I'd have a good shot. Don't know anything about it. Did not know they were Eagles fans, right? But then sometime around 10 years ago or so, I started listening to a podcast called Come Town. And Stavros is from Baltimore, and the other two comedians had lived and worked there a lot. And I was awakened to an entire new type of white. The DMV area is just, and Joe Flacco and Stavi does a character online where he just yells like this guy. It's this accent. They're showing Joe. He's showing off the car that he got back when he won the Super Bowl 20 years ago. So here's Joe.
Here we have the Corvette that I got for the Super Bowl 47 MVP.
Now we go back.
It's your car. I got a car? Do I really? Oh, shit. I get a car.
It's even just hey, holy shit, I get a core. They got a core for me. I didn't know that guy existed. And now, just listening to Flacco talk, I mean, I'm obsessed with it. Like, I just love listening to him talk about the game. It's fun to watch.
It's amazing how much Flacco, maybe it's like Jameis, in a different way, but they left their original locations and became much more beloved. Like
Sure.
Joe Flacco was never thought of as anything, I think, in Baltimore. Just nationally, right? What do you think of Joe Flacco? He's a guy, he had a great run, one great run.
He drove a bus.
He really, but look at the stats in that playoff run. I mean, it's very Eli. He was great. He won that Super Bowl, man. I mean, he did his part, for sure. They had a great defense, too. But, yeah, then he's left, and it's like he's kind of like he was – for a couple years, it was sad. He was even trying to hang on. And now it's beloved.
Well, it all turned when he they went over it briefly, but that run where he got Cleveland
led the Browns to the playoffs.
That's right. Okay.
I mean, he's like the fifth quarterback of the season or something.
Yeah, it all turned there.
For sure.
That's great.
And then they let him go because, we can't keep him around. Deshaun Watson, that's his job. We can't.
Because they drafted Shador.
Dude, they
They got
really.
Dylan Gabriel and Shador.
Do you want to do a Browns segment
No.
someday? Just because the decision to draft two quarterbacks.
They beat Pittsburgh in the playoffs and then moved on from Baker.
Right. First win, they said, in
beat
18 years.
in
First
Pittsburgh.
playoff win in Pittsburgh. Where they used to never be able to win a game.
I had memory hold that.
And then the next year, yes, Baker gets injured, plays through it.
Trading for Deshaun.
And at the end of the year, it's like, well, but we have to. Was he that good? And
Remind me.
Deserve it
I
at
love
that
Baker.
point.
The timeline. Baker, after they beat Pittsburgh, didn't they almost beat Kansas City?
Yeah.
Mahomes got hurt, and
Yeah.
Keenum had a crazy third or
Yeah,
fourth down
God,
play.
man.
A couple things
if they
go
had beaten
different.
Kansas City,
that wasn't to be in the Super Bowl, was it? That was to be in
No,
the championship game.
the conference championship, but anyway.
Football.
Yeah, I mean, I'll put the Cleveland fan, as far as the most downtrodden fan, up against anybody.
Yeah, no.
They had
For sure.
Belichick, dude. And then they watched him go do what he did.
It's terrible.
Like they had him. Like you
Saban.
had him, and then you just got rid of him.
Saban. I mean, I know Saban didn't work out in the NFL, but he's one of the greatest football minds. No, it's tough.
He was on Belichick's staff.
Yeah. Browns fans are like the Emmett Till
Shanahan.
of fans.
That Shanahan,
Oh,
Mike
dude,
McDaniel.
you even want to go through that era, right?
Who's it? Pettin? No.
No, Penn was there, but
He was the head coach.
They had
And Shanahan
my
was
guy,
the OC.
the drunk.
Kitchens?
No, glasses. Mike McDaniel.
Yeah, I said that.
Oh, I thought you said McVay.
Oh,
Shanahan.
I didn't know McVay was there.
I don't think McVay was there.
He was absolutely
McVay
there.
was in Washington. Pat.
That's what we're talking about. We're not. This is all Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Okay, well they all worked at most of them. Maybe McVay didn't make.
Shanahan
Cleveland.
had Johnny.
The big one you see the picture of is on that one is Washington, but yeah, I guess Kyle Shanahan. The fact that he's not, because then they ended up hiring Kevin Stefanski, who just worked for Kyle Shanahan, right? Like he's just a lighter version of him. And that was after they had hired a search firm to tell them who to hire. And they said Kevin Stefanski. And then they hired Hugh Jackson.
No, Freddie
They hired
Kitchens.
Freddie?
Because he was
Hugh
Baker's
Jackson,
buddy?
yes. After Hugh Jackson, it was
Hire a firm.
they hired a search firm. They paid millions of dollars to funnel down who's the best and brightest out there, and the search firm said Kevin Stefanski, and so they hired Freddie Kitchens. It failed, and the next year they hired Kevin Stefanski.
Get the file out. Oh, it's fun.
Anyway, yeah, let's Let's do news. Brought to us by Flooring Direct DFW. I'm getting new floors.
I see you packing up here.
Well, the wife is getting a little ahead of things. There's no reason to take the books off the shelves right now. I know we're like at least a month away. She's just decided on what floors we're going to get.
Oh, she decided.
Well, she's pretty sure.
Imagine if you were driving store to store.
I don't know if you missed this. It turned from 2 samples to 4.
Well, yeah, she had
to go the other way.
She had some more mailed here.
Yep.
Like I said, I mean, they'll again very patient.
Can we film a video where she reveals
a hat?
Like a hat?
Oh yeah, put 3 different. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I've been walking. They do send some pretty fairly big sized flooring samples, so we've kind of been walking on them. We put them like side by side, and we might end up just doing that. We'll just tell them we keep needing new samples.
Try it.
We'll cover our whole house with just the samples, and then we'll never pay them any money. But even if you do pay them money, you can get your whole project done for less than $100 a month. They have the exclusive 36-month 0% free financing. Get new floors in your house for nothing down. And you've already kind of mentioned it. You don't have to go to a showroom. They do have a showroom. But they want you to see the floors in your house, in the light that is in your house. When it's in a very bright showroom, a lot of it, you're just not going to get the way it's going to look in your house.
You've taken a woman home before.
Yeah. Right. So
it looks different.
You don't want those goggles on in the showroom.
No.
Anyway, but they will come out to you. They bring the showroom to you. They have a local showroom if you want to stop by. But they're DFW owned. They are DFW based, and it says here DFW proud. What does that mean? Ask them when you call 972-449-9457, or you log on flooringdirectdfw.com/DZ. And then try to time it up, try to sync it up with Profits and Outlaws.
Our pros are the nicest, we've got the best prices at Flooring Direct.
Doesn't always work.
Dumb Zone.
Oh, he's still going.
Get it close. Local legend.
Thank you.
Dan McDowell. No. This is a place you've probably been to, though. Sad day. Closing down. My hometown adjacent. Over in Keller, our arcade Tornado Terry's will be shutting down after 35 years.
What is that?
It's an arcade.
Like video games?
Mm-hmm. But, I mean, I'm 40. This place was, I moved over there. I guess I always lived kind of over there. It's kind of by like Fossil Ridge High School, or Keller area off 377. But it's been there my entire life. It's where I probably had 5 birthday parties there.
Play a little Donkey Kong? What do we play?
Well, it changed over time.
Yeah.
I didn't modernize it, but I mean, I'm looking for Area 51. I'm a shooter. At least I thought I was. Did you just mop up at those games, Clayton? How long have you been good at guns? I was supposed to be good at guns.
Since I was 4.
Yeah. Like we shot guns at family holidays. But I was in this, I'm
at Grandpa's farm?
Yeah. But no, Tornado Terry's. Terry was a guy. And he looked exactly like the comic book guy from The Simpsons. You didn't think of a tornado when he was approaching. Like, oh, guys, it's too fast. But he was the guy.
What happened?
They just say it's time.
No one's going there?
Construction is actually what they say, which is a real thing. Anybody who lives...
Dude.
There's a very small area, but over in 377, they ripped up enough of the freeway or highway, and they say the construction has just killed their business. It's been going on for years. That part of North Fort Worth.
The town of the cone.
Yeah, and it might technically be in Fort Worth. It's right on the line there. Boy, I have too much good stuff today.
That's your curse.
I know. I'm just trying to think of how I want to order this. Oh, add this to the list of things I want, Blake. I don't want to die, but in the event that I do, I would like a dignified transfer. Apparently, if you die in the military overseas, we had a local soldier pass away. Doesn't feel like pass away when you're in a war. Feels like you got killed, KIA. But
we got a friend who's
coming home.
Kid is like in a German hospital now. It's weird.
We do, and a guy here who is has been around the world. But that's what they give you is they give you a dignified transfer.
What does that mean?
Well, it means you got to die somewhere else.
And then they throw you on a plane and transfer you over here?
Yeah, but they're not putting you in Southwest. They're not like...
They have an assigned seat?
So I don't know how they do it, but how do they do it?
And it's dignified.
Yeah, I mean, they will use commercial airliners to ferry them across from wherever they were at and then bring them back over stateside. But
I don't
they
like
typically,
that.
Yeah.
Spirit.
Sometimes.
Carrying our heroes, that doesn't...
What makes that dignified, though? What's the difference?
Business class.
More points.
So they don't put them underneath? They put them in the regular part?
Yeah, they get the aisle seat.
Like a Bernie's thing?
This is probably on the list of things I thought would be a bigger deal when I was a kid.
Honestly, wouldn't you rather sit next to a dead guy
than
alive?
I'd rather next to, if it was going to be a dead guy, a hero than a 58-year-old who died of old age.
Do they get to go on the plane first?
Yes.
I'm sorry. This is offensive.
God, this is so bad.
They're military. What?
Make a joke out of damn everything.
When I was a kid...
Well, I mean, you don't have to worry about them having any backs up top.
From the quicksand file. You done? You have a veteran
now the
right
guy
next
who brought this grenade in,
Right
threw it
next
in the
to
middle
you.
of the road, and he's like, what?
So
I'm the guy with the grenade.
When I was a kid...
Why did you guys...
Two things. I think I thought whales were going to be a bigger part of my life.
Whales?
Because we were doing so much to look out for them that
Because of the wall?
No. But Free Willy and recycling. And I remember distinctly, it feels like the beluga whale was a big part of like children's literature or images on... When's the last time you saw one of those?
Baby
Beluga. They got their own song. SeaWorld San Antonio is welcoming a new pod of beluga whales, which marks the first time I've thought about these since I was probably 10. You know what I'm talking about, Dan? Like they look goofy. They have very distinct look. I mean, they're cartoon whales. Would have thought extinct, but thanks to the efforts of all elementary school children for the last 30 years.
It looks like a dolphin.
Yeah.
Ran into a wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did have the autopsy performed on the 18-year-old that was horsing around and jumped into Lake Ray Hubbard and died with his friends. His friends freaked out, deleted a bunch of text messages on his cell phone, threw his clothes away, and then said, hey, our friend drowned. The autopsy shows no foul play. Police have interviewed these individuals, and despite initial suspicions, there are no current suspicions of foul play. That's from the autopsy. Horrible story no matter what. Like I said,
that's good.
It is. You know, the family is still like, it just doesn't make sense. He could swim. How does this happen? It's like, it does happen.
I apologize. What story are you on? Because I just got distracted by when I searched beluga whales.
That's okay.
Aren't they weird looking?
Well, they're weird looking, but do you know why San Antonio's getting them?
Another zoo's.
There was like an epidemic
getting rid of them.
No, like this Canadian whale place, they were just dying left and right. 19 of them died since 2019. So they're like, you can't have whales no more.
I didn't know they got their whale card pulled.
Yeah, and
I
then
just
they're
saw
like,
they
well,
were getting rid of all the whales.
Before they die, send them to places that don't let them die. So they sent some to the San Diego Zoo and some down here to... Yeah.
Maybe some to Cincinnati? No, that sucks. I didn't know that. On the swimming story, Dan, it's 3 kids out
in
in like
embattled Canadian park. Sorry.
You don't want your zoo to be embattled.
I'll stop looking at that. No.
No, it's the 3 kids jump into the lake. 2 white kids, a black kid.
Oh, yeah.
Kid
Okay.
drowns.
Sure.
They're friends. They deleted his texts. There's an autopsy.
Very fishy.
But there's an autopsy report now, and they say we got nothing. They do not suspect foul play based on that. So,
well, I mean,
If there was like a struggle, then they would, like if they had drowned him or something.
You would be able to tell?
Oh, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if they know their buddy can't swim and they kind of push him in.
But he was on the swim team.
Oh, well then.
And that's why his parents are like, what? This doesn't make sense. So, we will continue to follow the story, but for now, not so bad. This one, so bad. Down in Bexar County, San Antonio area. 71-year-old man died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Now, what was going on in his life? Was he sick? Had his high school sweetheart just passed? Or were deputies serving an arrest warrant?
Uh-oh.
In a child sex abuse investigation.
Great.
Now, you say great. This is, no matter how you look at it, morally, justice, capitalistically, the best outcome for everyone involved. Unless the parents had some
Saving
sort
money.
of, we really wanted him to rot, but he's 71.
Saving
What
taxpayer
do you think's
money.
going to happen? 70s in prison's probably chill. It's not where the smoke is. I feel like this is the last good thing this guy did.
Do they not sexually assault 70-year-olds? Is there no Jake in prison that likes the older inmate?
There's got to be something, but your butt's got to be worth like a lot less, right? I mean, me, I've always feared prison. Big time.
Because of how hot you are?
I'm built like that is one of my intro
I don't know.
jokes. You know, they tell you to write.
used to be doughier, and that'd be better for prison.
They tell you to write, a little curvage.
Yeah.
They tell you to try some intro jokes. Any stand-up you ever watch, he's going to give you some level of, hey, I know you see me. But I've landed on, I'm built in pretty good shape for a WNBA player because I started looking at their dimensions last night. It's a lot of 6'3", 175.
Oh, really?
It's a lot of 6'4", 180. We were like, damn.
So that's in stand-up class? They're like do a little self-deprecating stuff that
you want it to be, but really it's like you need
crowd's
an
on
intro
board with
joke.
you?
But if you're me, right, not to get bogged down in this, but I'm not that tall. I'm not anything. There's no thing. So
How tall are you, Byron?
6'3".
Okay, I thought you were pretty tall. We do have tall listeners, man.
Mm-hmm.
What's up with that?
this 71-year-old man, we don't know if he was one or not. We just know that he took matters into his own hands there. And
look, he's just mapping out the next few years of his life. Like, what if I don't do that?
Right.
Like, what's going to then come out on the end of it? Let's say even I get through it.
Don't want it. Nobody wins. Interesting case down in Austin, in Travis County. They had a jury trial, and it wasn't even any. It was a high profile trial that stretched out for 2 years. Okay. Now these people weren't required to be there every day. They were sworn in initially August 13th, 2024. The trial starts 2 days later. Prosecutors move to stay the case on the first day. Judge doesn't grant this motion. There's an appeal. And now this case is on hold until another court issues a decision. You remember this? How they told us, like, yeah, you might win here. This will be back on in a month. And you might win there. So that's what happened. But because of that, they had to, like, restrict their, impartiality. They're having to pay them this whole time. And they're each getting paid $26,000, despite not really doing anything until the very end of the trial. And apparently, paying all of them, 14 of them, this money, it adds up to like $500,000, and it's putting this office in Travis County at like a massive budget shortfall. It's just like, I guess, an oversight that, it's, to me, if you're not allowed, but these people were like back at work. Now they were prohibited from discussing the case,
but they were getting paid
prohibited
still
from
to be
reading
on the
about
jury.
it, but they were still getting.
What does generally jury duty pay you?
It's this. It's.
Well, I thought it was like $20 a day. What
It's
is
not
it?
much.
It's like $7 a day.
Not enough for Subway.
Yeah,
Not enough. You'd have to be there a few days.
Let's see. Jury duty in Texas.
And then your
$20 a day. $20 for your first day. $58 a day after that.
So these jurors, I was actually talking to one of them, and they were like, "Yeah, you think 26,000, but then you got to pay taxes." And then your mom wants something, so you buy her
That's right.
something, and then before you know it, and you're
You
trying
gotta-
to live
you
the
gotta-
lifestyle of a jurist. And you got to kind of keep up. You see the other guys.
You
got
met some of the
this.
OJ people.
Yeah, and you don't end up with that much money, really.
Then you got to get a bitch.
If you want to be a good jurist.
Dude,
I was watching another one. They're just coming out of the woodwork. I'll play it for you tomorrow if you want, but it's I guess Joe Smith lost like $80 million.
He's a big one. He's a big one.
Which goes against the J.J. Redick thought, well, you can't lose all your money these days. The money's just too big. Because if you got an $80 million contract and you end up with nothing.
That's bad.
But again, he was, citing taxes. How you just don't get it.
So I had a beautiful month away, temperature-wise, and we're back to soaked armpits. Although
Dude, yesterday was
we have
different.
a poncho spot today, don't we?
Yeah, you want to do it?
Yeah, why not?
Yesterday was built
you need
different.
a poncho
Did you ever
shirt.
Did you walk outside last night?
Yeah, it was ridiculous. I walked.
It's different than 100 degrees. Like it was weird. It was like the air had pressure in it.
Yeah,
Like,
it like
it was
kind of felt like
thick.
you walked like out of an airplane, kind of like that.
It was like 100% humidity, Jake.
Well,
like
I'll do the mid-segment spot. PonchoOutdoors.com/dumbzone. You're going to be swimming in that humidity. You might as well be wicking it away with a poncho shirt. It's got UPF 50+ built in. These are the button-up shirts you need. They have cool T-shirts, too, but the button-up is the staple because it's dry.
They are very cool. They
They're
feel
cool.
Yeah.
You're not going to be just doused in sweat like I am right now. So PonchoOutdoors.com/dumbzone. That'll get you $10 off and free shipping. Load up.
They're also like dress shirts, though. I mean, you could wear it
So good.
out just regular, but Blake wears it like on the Cowboy plane and then during the Cowboy broadcast and everything when they're wearing suits.
Yep.
So,
well,
and you could be a news guy out on the field and do it for your report, like David Centendry.
Talking to Hots on the Hot Beat. Well, there's a lot of news related to the weather this week. One is, and you don't even really think about this, but in Tarrant County, they say that like the biggest thing that they have to do during times like this, it's just people in their car. Like stranded drivers. So I guess that means like your car breaks down, and normally it's like, this sucks. But now it's like, I'm going to die.
Yeah.
I'm stranded. I don't have a way. If your car's breaking down, you're probably
Would you rather break down in this
economically-
or in a blizzard?
Blizzard.
Yeah.
People freeze to death in their car.
I don't know why, but anything Byron says about anything related to any of this, I feel like.
Byron says blizzard?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Why?
Just military just feels like we go with whatever he says.
You can always layer up. What, don't people in the north also like have a candle that they typically have in their car up in the north? Isn't that a thing?
What does that mean?
Something that provides a little bit of warmth. You keep the doors, obviously the windows closed and everything. And
I've never heard of a
No?
candle. You have
I
a
swear.
candle in the car?
That's what
I
think
mean,
people up in the north do, right?
I have fire starting equipment in my vehicle.
Or you could be really prepared.
What if I'm none of those things?
Then you're dead.
Can we build you a kit?
Yeah, nice Reddit post here. A candle will keep you alive in a stranded car out in the cold.
Boom.
So there you go. Don't know how it works in the heat, but
Is there a cold candle?
a lot of people just overheating on the freeway. We had a USPS driver die in Little Elm.
Damn.
Dude, my dad.
They don't have the doors, right? On the little post office truck?
No. But he used to just...
Your dad working for UPS?
And I'm sure all of this is like uphill both ways in the snow. And he didn't deliver for that long and run for that long, but he would say like they would lose like 10 pounds like on a summer day, a 10-hour shift, especially during peak. Like, and I know that they have like very strong unions and whatnot, but I don't know. You don't know that you're not fit for the heat until you're dead, right? It's not like this guy would have been out here doing this job if he thought, boy, I'm probably up against it here.
Yeah, but like I'm saying about yesterday, certain 100 degrees are different. Like yesterday definitely felt different. Because some days you can be out there and, yeah, it's real hot, but if you're in the shade, it's all right. Yesterday, if you were in the shade, it didn't matter. It was just smushing you.
And it's time, Blake, to meet Splash.
Why?
Splash is not your typical city employee, says WFA, but he might be one of the hardest working. He is a dog, and he's been added to Arlington's water leak detection unit. We have a leak dog now.
He smells leaks.
And I just have to
What
imagine.
does this mean?
It means that he's trained on water leak detection. His nose can detect the chlorine found in treated tap water. So he can smell where there's a leak.
You mean the fluoride?
I stopped putting it in your water. But I just think it's funny to imagine, because he's in the Air Force. People sometimes make fun of that, but he flies planes, so he can be like, I'm not one of those. But I imagine the water dog is kind of like the Space Force. Like the other dogs are like, you pussy.
Mm-hmm.
Like I smell
I
smell bombs.
Bomb sniffing.
They're the
We smell fentanyl every time I go out there. My life is on the line. You smell the leak?
How about, the one who does the bombs is the best.
Oh, God, I hope it doesn't spray you in the face, Splash.
Yeah.
Desk jockey.
I'm glad you got those drugs. I guess that would have brought the whole plane down, huh?
And then my final story
But
here.
Splash knows the stats of how many people die in drownings every year.
Oh, yeah. He's like just padding the stats over and over. Guy has a heart attack in water. He's like, this was a leak.
Right.
I forgot to pitch this to you off the air because I scroll our Instagram like once every week, and it's a separate world to me. Stand-up and all comedy lives on Instagram and TikTok, so if you want to see like who's promoting, you have to go there. Twitter's just don't do it. But I like seeing when the Dumb Zone has a piece of media that I want to call the segment Breaking Containment. Because it's when our stuff ends up in front of people who don't know who we are.
Yeah, I hate it.
And most recently, this was me talking about how hot Southwest flight attendants are, the old Gilfy flight attendants. Mm-hmm. And half the comments are people being like, this guy's a fucking pig. Who is this asshole? And the other half are just all hot, older Southwest flight attendants being like, you bet, babe.
Yeah, that's what I chose.
I'm hotter
to see.
than ever. It was amazing.
Yeah.
But the other bit I want to try. Down in Waco, we have the Dr. Pepper Museum. Okay?
Okay.
Every year...
You like Dr. Pepper?
They give away a year's supply of Dr. Pepper to someone, I guess in Waco. They personally deliver the prize to you. 365 cans, right? I think...
That's Dr. Pepper for a year?
Yeah.
All right.
Similar to like the Publishers Clearinghouse. Now, this is just we're pitching here. I would like us to start showing up to people's houses with a big check that say you've won a 1-year subscription to the Dumb Zone. How would you like your reactions? And they're like, just confusion. Now, I don't know how you pinpoint, but I want to start giving away subscriptions to our show to people who don't want it and make them somehow take it. And don't leave until they've signed up. Like, oh, no, it's free. I don't think you understand. We're not. It's very much walking fake dauber around the Super Bowl with Dan and Corby, and Dan going, he'll talk to you for 10 minutes. What do you got? And the person's like, I don't want to talk to them, though. Because, like, I guess you have to act excited about 365 cans of Dr. Pepper, but I feel like even if you're into it, you're going to be like, thanks. I was going to buy this and probably not really notice it in my budget, to be honest. Right?
Yeah.
It's $25 a month.
No, I'm just trying
but it's not.
I'm brainstorming in my head just
this bit.
Ideas for us to do something. I like these. Send Henry out to
go to a Mavs game,
to a house,
yeah,
and knock on a door and you're filming as he hands something to either a
So
listener or somebody who doesn't listen.
Right. Why does
Probably
he
should be somebody who listens.
Why does he keep showing up at SMU's Delta Zeta house like every single time, right? All right, there's your news.
Oh, now I'm the guy who does it again?
It's
Okay.
literally playing.
You're not muted.
I'm telling you.
We have a lot of problems here.
As long as it works. That was a good news.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Mute again?
A couple viewer mail birthdays today. It is Thursday. Oh. This is Ryan, who sent a couple of these last week. This one is for today. My cousin's birthday. It's Bob in Austin. He grew up in North Richland Hills and was a classmate of Nina Pham.
Dang.
To his knowledge, she didn't have Ebola then, since she wasn't producing wet symptoms, which is about the nastiest way to categorize symptoms. My drop request is the caller who called in trying to deliver a great salient point, but the Brad drop kept distracting the caller.
Soccer.
Can you reset what the caller's point was? That's from Ryan. So, yeah, I went and found this. That's, I think, the reason I found the Brad Sham thing. I might have been searching Brad Sham. Or maybe I was searching this Brad and I found Brad Sham, if you remember the C-bomb from yesterday. But this is many years ago. Groobs was actually running the board.
Should I give you a little more setup here?
Go ahead.
There's multiple drops being played here. Okay, one of them is a guy saying Brad. That's from an old movie.
That's from Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Brad.
At
when
the
you
end.
just put your hand in the drawer and give me my money back, please. Brad.
Okay, man. And then later, you will hear a drop where a man says, check out the big brain on Brad. That is from a popular movie also called Pulp Fiction.
Right.
Which came up earlier. It's context.
With that, in Colleyville, reporting live for Bad Radio. This is Shane in Colleyville.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Wow.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Wow.
What?
Shane in Colleyville was the caller right before this guy.
That's awesome.
Who knew?
Who was on a lot. I love it.
Who is now,
Who is now peeing out of a jar, or peeing into a jar on the second floor of a building and dumping it out the window because he's a man of taste.
With that, in Colleyville, reporting live for Bad Radio. This is Shane in Colleyville.
Wow. Brad, cell phone. Welcome to the ticket.
Thanks, guys. I just wanted to say I think the big difference between baseball and soccer and the
Brad.
Yeah. The other callers hit on this is the difference between baseball and soccer is the stats. You can measure the skills in baseball. In soccer, what do you say? Wow, look how he threw that ball in bounds. Or,
Brad.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I would say that's in soccer. What do you measure? Bob, you know the stuff, but you can't sit around the dinner table at night talking to your buddy and say, wow, did you see how many times you ran up and down the field?
Brad.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Check out
He
the
hung up.
big brain on Brad.
Groups drove him away.
Guy's just trying to talk sports with his heroes, you know.
How about that, Seggy, though?
Dude.
What was our topic? Baseball versus soccer?
Right. You can't
They're
talk
actually
about
both as exciting as each other.
That is, I love it. We're debating which is more exciting. I love our job.
You know what? Let's hit the phones.
Hey,
we've talked it out. I
Right.
mean, there's enough.
They're loaded. Carry it over.
Dan thinks it's baseball. Bob thinks it's soccer.
Bob, you know.
Let's settle this.
You can't just
888
say, "Hey, look how that guy threw that ball."
Look at him run.
How reductive. That's very good.
Dear Squirt Herder, today is the birthday of the great Mason Brick Ledoux.
Oh.
Nice.
Friend of the show and valued client of mine. His leader is Foodie CK being upset at any new fast food menu item. His favorite Dan memory is the first time he met you and mistook you for TC's dad, making him too embarrassed to smoke in front of you. His second favorite Dan memory is when he reminded you of this and you got equally upset. He invites the DFs to hit him up on the gram at Brick Mason to buy a Caussy beef or hire his Not the Worst Cattle Services for help with herd management, hauling, or artificial insemination. I think that's just for cattle, but ask him. That's from Philip T. Kingston.
PTK.
The subject of this
Happy
is
birthday.
a birthday from a disability rights activist. Subject line, Dear Daniel, yesterday was my Roy Williams, Jason Terry birthday. I forgot to email you because I was too busy fighting the man. Hope it's not too late. If so, F it. I guess my leaders are muscle mommies women that stay strapped, and Blake, it's okay, just one anyways. Or it's okay.
Yeah,
Blake,
we got
it's
it.
okay, just one.
Yeah.
Anyways, I hope the Dumb Zone is enjoying Disability Pride Month. From Alex McGee.
The great Alex McGee.
And finally, Dear CEO Dan, in parentheses, Clock Eater Outer. Name Naveed Shabazi.
Remember what I was saying? Going to the doctor.
Age, St. Louis Rams great Steven Jackson. Claim to fame, if you have aortic heart problems, he'll probably be in the OR with you.
I mean, listen, at some point, it's just too obvious, right? I met Naveed, knew he was a doctor. My son needed to get an expedited heart surgery. I texted Akash, head surgery. Like, the patterns are there, folks. Come on.
Our annual boys trip wouldn't happen without him. We're grateful for the rest of us. Don't have to do shit. Tell him to get to work planning the next one. Always run the bomb on fourth down from Nima.
That's Blake, no doubt.
Shabazi. We all know Nima. We love Nima. We love Nima, folks.
Blitz guy.
I think it was the middle one in Blitz. Yeah, just run it every play.
Invite us on your boys trip.
Seems always open.
Let's do this.
Game Day Men's Health presents On This Day in History.
Let's say a few words about Game Day Men's Health.
I was there yesterday. I had a conversation with them about my peptides, about a surgery I have coming up. But really, it's all about...
What do you got, labia?
Yeah, I'm having my labia
fluff
expanded.
Okay, good.
Whatever you're doing, whether you're working a lot, dadding a lot, trying to enjoy life,
adulting,
physical, maybe you're flying missions, right? I mean, there's a reason why the guy in charge of the Department of War is like, maybe testosterone. They'll start you. GameDay.dumbzone.com. And I actually got an email from a guy the other day. And I guess I should probably have that in front of me right now. But when you go in and get your levels checked, that's where it starts. You might not need testosterone, but when you go in and get your levels checked,
I might have some new Game Day copy.
They're going to do a number of blood tests on you, right? Like they have to make sure you're healthy for this, for that.
I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Can I tell you?
Yeah.
Can I read it, Brandon?
Mm-hmm.
He says, if you need a customer testimonial, I've got a good one. After hearing all the plugs on the Dumb Zone, I went to the Fort Worth office last July to test my T levels, get info on peptides. When they ran my blood work, my PSA level was extremely elevated. I was referred back to my doctor, who then referred me to urology after an MRI and eventually a biopsy. We found out I had stage 2 prostate cancer at the age of 47. I had surgery performed back in March. I'm now cancer-free, but thanks to the Dumb Zone and Game Day.
This is why, you know how this is. It's so hard when people say hero to not, feel like a hero.
Right.
And
we're
but
talking
when you're
about
saving lives.
Right.
GameDay.dumbzone.com. Save
You're welcome,
Brandon.
dude.
Brandon, the author of Karen or Spare Him.
Really?
Big day for him. Which, if he were not saved by Game Day, we don't have that segment, folks. GameDay.dumbzone.com.
Today in history, which I thought I had in front of me. And I now...
They were marveling in the break at your highlighted printed stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah. I was like,
well, you can highlight on PDF.
Yeah, I do. I just don't then print it, but yeah.
Marveling sounds more like making fun of.
No. I would. They were. Yeah.
I'm ready to kick some ass. I don't care if you were in the Space Force or what.
You should do it.
So it's Thursday, July 23rd. On this day in 1982, while filming Twilight Zone the movie, Actor Vic Morrow and 2 child actors were killed when a helicopter crashed on top of them.
I know there's like a whole documentary about it, right? Oh, no, that's Poltergeist.
Yeah, that's
Donkey
of the Day.
It was absolutely Donkey of the Day on this day in 1982. The helicopter. On this day in 1983, an Air Canada Boeing 767 ran out of fuel flying from Montreal to Edmonton. They were able to glide the jetliner to a safe emergency landing. This near disaster occurred because the fuel had been erroneously measured in pounds instead of kilograms.
You got to be kidding me.
At a time when Canada was converting to the metric system. How are you with the metric system over there in the military?
Terrible.
You guys don't do metric system?
No, I do metric system.
You do?
But I'm just saying personally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because this must have been around the time when little Dan, I was in school in the early 80s, and they were telling us, we were like, why are we learning it? And they're like, the whole world already does it, and in 5 years, the entire United States will do it. In 10 years, you won't even know the term pound. You won't understand. It's kilograms. This is where it's at.
They forgot about football.
Yeah.
Yards.
We're never getting away from it because of football.
Golf.
I like that we have a very strong military, but I don't like that we have a very strong military and then they got to learn the goofy shit they do it else. You'll do it our way.
Yeah, but they have to do it so they can kick ass of all these other countries that do it the wrong way.
You've got me back in.
Yeah. You have to learn their playbook.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Covert.
On this day in 1984, the recently crowned Miss America became the first in the 63-year history of the pageant to resign because they found out she had some nudie photos.
Oh, no.
Vanessa Williams. And
so stupid.
Penthouse got a hold of them, published them, and then that pressured her to resign. On this day...
Where are these pictures so I can see how bad they are?
They're not. It's dude. You're desensitized. It's a tasteful nude of like a pretty woman who's not like cartoonish in any way. It would not make a...
People back then weren't syncing up with...
No! They would look at him like you were
to sync up, you'd have to
4,000.
Put the reel-to-reel back up. Oh, I missed it. Hold on. Let me get it again.
We don't like that.
On this day in 1985, Odubie McDowell became the first Texas Ranger to hit for the cycle. It's funny, I was reading about this morning.
Was it bullshit?
First 3 hits were against Neil Heaton.
You messed me up on that other cycle. Now I'm worried. Like, I mean, I know that's just how history compresses and flattens as we go along. But how much of these are bullshit? Where like that somebody gave up a double because somebody was
no.
Down
This wasn't bullshit.
I know, but
this
now I'd never considered that. I know about sitting when you're on 300, right, or sitting when you're on whatever.
Wait, which cycle was bad?
You brought up one recently where
the guy tried to leg out a double into a triple and did.
Or did somebody groove one?
Yeah,
for a
I
home
swear
run?
we had some story about somebody getting like
yeah.
brother-in-law on the cycle.
Yeah,
I don't like that. But not Odubie McDowell. God damn it.
But when reading about this morning, and it was interesting, Charlie Huff started the game. Neil Heaton, Cleveland Indian, gave up the first 3 hits.
You know what he should have done?
Changed up his repertoire.
Why don't we just play it?
Find it. Do you have it?
All right, let's continue with the Neil Heaton Mel
This is
Hall
me
show.
calling Neil Heaton.
And living.
How old are you? 13? 15?
Either a very early teen or 12. It was very
caller. Good
down
evening,
in
fan.
there.
First of all, I'd like to wish Neil Heaton a happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
Well,
Second of all,
happy birthday. How old are you, Neil?
25.
25 years old. All right.
So I
Way
could
to go.
figure it out.
Yeah, but
Okay.
also you had a line, you know.
Oh, excuse me.
He didn't even know it was his birthday, right? The host, right?
25.
25 years old. All right. Way to go. 25. Outstanding.
24.
Go ahead.
Okay, second of all, I'd like to ask Neil Heaton if he's added any pitches to his repertoire this year.
None at all. I'm just going to work with what I got.
Okay, and okay, that's it. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot. Okay, that was it. Kid got nervous, got shook up. All right, got excited. He could have talked to Mel Hall and got excited, and the kid blew it. And for you people on the phone, remember, you're not getting paid. You're not making this dime. Nothing. So don't get excited. The only guy who should get excited is me. I'm getting paid.
The kid got excited to talk to Mel Hall, not Neil Heaton. He's talking to one of.
I could have talked to Mel Hall. He was there too, but I got too excited. The thing is, when I used to call sports radio stations, I would have stuff written down. And I was I wanted to be a sports radio person. And so my goal was, I'm coming up with a different topic. Because back then it was like, open phones, you steer the topic. So one guy might call about the Cavs and their chances this year, and the next guy. Now they're interviewing Neil Heaton and Mel Hall on the air from spring training, so that's. But generally, you can still steer the topic. So I thought, I'm going to come up with this topic. They're going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Yes, adding pitches in the offseason, and then that'll spur more, and it's probably going to be the rest of the show.
You might end up with a front office job. Why stop at the booth?
If star 69, that used to be a thing, you could tell who just called your phone.
Oh, yeah.
That's dating me, perhaps, but you're
familiar
with that? Okay, Blake, you're not, right?
I am.
Okay.
I'm a pranker. I had to figure out
how to get around that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought maybe they'd get back to me. And what if you're around once a week? Just like 10 minutes or so? Do you have that time?
Sports boy Tony.
And just for, the big E, I would have done it.
You're not getting paid.
But anyway,
That's great.
They totally he dismissed me within 2 seconds. Like,
yeah, well
nope, going with what I got. That's why you're Neil Heaton and no one's ever heard of you.
That's why Odom McDowell's knocking your ass around.
Right, that was like year 3 of Neil Heaton's career. Like, the point is, I could have been a
Did you ever
pretty
call
good pitching
shows
coach.
when you were a kid at all? Like, was that just not in your? Because I would call like Ben and Skin. I would call Galloway.
I called Ben and Skin once.
Oh yeah.
What'd you do?
Because they put people on.
That's
oh my God, dude, Joe Johnson. No way.
I thought if the Cowboys drafted Jordan Shipley, it would help open up things in the middle for Jason Witten.
That's a great point. Little weak side release valve there.
And they gave their opinion on your thought?
Grab that hook to curl defender, clear that
Did you
area
record
out.
No,
that's what's great about Dan.
I called Norm Show once.
No recording on any
My
of these?
dad used to call Rocco like a lot.
I called
And we
Norm
talk
Show
shit.
mad that the Cowboys won a couple games down the stretch. Which,
God, have you always been a baby about the draft?
Which then they could have taken Marcel Darius in the draft.
They broke. That's the generational difference. You got franchise mode too early in your life, and you're like, we just need to lose games.
I think Norm got mad at me. You don't lose games on purpose for the draft.
You don't. Zoomer.
And speaking of LeBron, on this day in 2015, a gunman opened fire in a Lafayette, Louisiana theater during a screening of the film Trainwreck.
Mm-hmm.
Killing 2 people, wounding 9 others, then he shoots himself because he's like, I've seen the greatest performance on film ever. What is there left to live for?
God, dude. I forgot.
It's
those
LeBron
days.
on screen.
That's when Bob and I were really having to be solid with each other. Every day, Dan's like, I don't know. I feel like Al Pacino, maybe?
Yeah.
Where does he stop?
On this day,
Scorsese just grabbed LeBron next.
It is July 23rd, this day in Dumb Zone history.
That guy just saved people from having to watch Amy Schumer.
Is she on the swine line?
I wouldn't say no so quickly, my friend.
I would.
I mean, you could find her unattractive, but she's definitely...
She's got those chubby cheeks.
Yeah.
She tried to pull the Margaret Cho.
I don't like... Yeah, she got way too skinny, but I think she was also, like, pooping her guts out for a long time.
Well, that phrase doesn't make her hotter.
No. Or her willingness to talk about it.
You haven't done anything to add a yes to that.
That's a good point.
In 2024, we were supposed to have the State of the Team address, but the owner and GM was in court. This over the whether Jerry was actually the dad of... What's her name?
Sir, some respect on the family. Alexander Davis.
That's right.
Who interned for not Ronnie Coleman, obviously, the doctor. One of the White House doctors that got fired for being drunk all the time and like trying to finger interns. He's a Texas congressperson. Ronnie Jackson. She had a clearance at the White House. So to the guy who writes for Football Outsiders, he's like, Jerry's only getting more eccentric, and I'm like, no, dude. Not even close. I got a clip from 7 years ago where he's like, hey, your husband's fucking a black girl tonight. He's not less eccentric. He's way less than before.
Some people were saying how distraction-free this training camp is going to be, especially compared to the last few.
Yeah, they got Brandon done.
Micah, CD, Dak.
Once you got Brandon
Alexandra.
done, super team.
And then back in 2020, Dan did a book review. It was about the 3 years leading up to the Kennedy assassination in Dallas. This is where we got all the crazy details about Lamar Hunt.
Creeper.
The
dad, the grandpa, yeah.
He lobotomized his son. He was a white supremacist. He kept mistresses. He would crawl everywhere.
Didn't he have like a whole nother family even?
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
Yes. He would crawl on his belly thinking that would extend his life. Like, what would you do to extend your life type thing? Like, even if you believe that, would you do it? Like, all right, I guess I'm just going to die at 90.
But I think he was right on, like, watching your carbs and getting your protein. He was right on a few things, but
look,
he would
the
just
Audubon's great. There's there are some good ideas that can come out of a certain brain.
You guys ready for their, I don't know if it'd be his granddaughter or great-granddaughter to be president or vice president?
Who?
Gracie?
Jerry?
Yeah.
Oh.
I met her at the Super Bowl like 6 years ago and was like, this is a problem. I can tell. And Lamar Hunt, or Clark.
Oh, not Jerry's granddaughter. Lamar Hunt's
No,
granddaughter.
she's out there. She's like involved in the team. She speaks at politics stuff. She looks like you think she does.
Perfect.
If we're allowed to say that.
Yep.
Is she as perfect as Carly
Ursay?
something Ursay?
No. That's a 101.
Yeah. All right, back to me.
Back to you.
Scott Chandler is 41.
Dragons up. Hawkeye.
A couple years ago, he wrote and he wanted Dustin the Organ Man to play him Happy Birthday.
Did we get that done?
Yes, we did. That's
Okay.
DeAndre Ayton is 28.
They
funny.
trying to make me Clint Capella.
It is funny talking about how I don't like the player movement and stuff. But it's funny, as the player movement happens, once you get to the bottom and every team has tried you, then you get to where DeAndre Ayton is right now.
Who else is there?
The Wizards. But I'm just saying,
No,
eventually.
Who else is there now?
Is AD there?
Yeah.
No, I thought he got
they
traded
moved
to
again?
Minnesota.
Did
I get ball sacked on AD going
I've been
to Minnesota?
checked out.
Yeah.
That's a ball sack? God damn it.
Why, what a low stakes ball sack. Like, what is the ROI?
That's
on
why
that?
I didn't think that was fake.
I've been gone for a couple weeks, so I thought if I missed it.
No, he's
but,
not been traded.
Anthony Davis didn't get traded?
No.
But he absolutely
All right.
fits the Ayton thing.
Oh, yeah. It's like this is where the Wizards have had some big names. I mean, or at least big contracts.
Here it is. Yeah, we played it for him.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, Dustin.
Elsewhere, Nomar Garcia-Parra is 53.
Oh,
He would not have made it in today's pitch clock world.
Have you seen the Yankees player? Boy, the show's going to be too long. I can't tell you about him. There's
Does
a
his
Yankees
last
player
name rhyme with Hitler?
He's manipulating the pitch clock, though, in such a way like he's bending the rules, and they just recently started calling him for just like unsportsmanlike conduct. Because apparently you have to make eye contact and lock in with the pitcher by 8 seconds left in the clock. So he stares down, standing there in the batter's box until 9 seconds, and then he looks up.
That's genius.
And the pitchers are saying, well, that doesn't actually give us enough, like, because he can time it out. Now the pitcher has to get into action, and he's ready to hit within that. And he's like, "What? I do it every time." And so they warned him a couple times, and then they finally gave him the violation.
Well, you're playing with fire, right?
But I sent it to Brunig. Like,
that's great.
You would love this guy.
That's great. No, I want to. Have you guys seen the minor league check swing ABS?
No, but we need that.
Why not just play it? We're late as hell.
Well, why don't we just wait till tomorrow? Oh.
It's. I just want you to see the video real quick. Watch this. This is from Rangers minor league game. We're looking at the pitch or whatever, but they go to it and it looks exactly like it does in the ball strike, except now we've got a plane to see where the ball went. Did it go beyond or the bat? It did.
Amazing.
So that is where our wrist would cross the plane.
Is that new? They're trying that in the minors this year?
They might have started last year, but it is new.
But it could come to the majors?
Yeah.
Cool.
It looks awesome. Just added another thing that the whole crowd can be like, It's great.
Gary Payton, 58. You may know him from C-Web and The Glove, the greatest NBA postgame show ever.
I may know him.
Even over the Shaq, Chuck, all that.
As the father of both Gary Payton Jr. and Gary Payton II. Because he had 2 women pregnant at the same time, and both of them wanted the name.
Hey. Darvin Ham is 53.
Guns up.
He was fired from the Lakers for J.J. Redick.
For some reason doesn't get the same love that like Mike Brown or all the other guys that LeBron's killed gets.
Actor Ronnie Cox is 88. If you take a look at who he is, you know him very well.
Run, Ronnie, run.
He was in he was in RoboCop, Total Recall. He's like
evil.
He's like evil CEO guy. Woody Harrelson is 65. Music birthdays, we have Martin Gore, 65 from Depeche Mode. Slash, 61 from Guns N' Roses.
He's black. That was a big one. That was almost like Babe Ruth. Like when people started seeing Slash with that, they're like, what's going on with his hair? Has he been doing that himself? No. The best guitar player is also black. Just like the baseball player you didn't want to know. You know what I mean?
Oh, is he black? I didn't know.
Slash?
Yeah.
He's not. He doesn't look like most of his audience.
Oh, so it's alleged that he's black.
Yeah, he's mixed. He just was. That was not a part of their thing, at all.
Marlon Wayans, 54, from Requiem for a Dream.
He's probably the best one, I think. Which one's in Bulletproof, though?
Daniel Radcliffe is 37. That's the Harry Potter. Actress Stephanie March is 52. That is a friend of Sarah Hepola, who she refers to throughout her book but never says her name. She's from Dallas. You've seen her on Law & Order, SVU.
Okay.
And she is the ex-wife of Super Chef Bobby Flay.
Oh, wow.
All right, Dumb Zone birthday of the day. It came down to 4.
4?
Wow. It was a very difficult decision. Now, Scott Chandler certainly would just get it, but he's our sports birthday of the day.
World Cup.
So, in 4th place, Judith Polgar, the chess grandmaster, is 50. My new favorite chess player.
Okay. She's a tiger?
She is, yeah.
She was engineered to be
It's a great little documentary, if you can watch that. I think it's on HBO. It could be on Netflix. I don't know.
Probably ruining so many other kids' lives.
That is in 4th place. In third place is Catherine Hahn is 53.
She's mean.
She was in the studio.
Oh, no, different lady.
And she's
Sorry.
Derek's wife in Step Brothers.
Yeah.
She rules.
She's awesome.
I was thinking of Heigl, but Catherine Hahn is amazing.
Our runner-up for Dumb Zone birthday of the day, Blake. Because this is in Blake's wheelhouse. Lily Phillips is 25.
Of gangbangs.
She had sex with 1,000 guys in the same day.
Yeah.
And Blake, I think, watched her documentary.
For the show.
Dude,
Sure, yeah, it was for the show.
It was
But
so sad.
They go up to her at the end of it after she's done all the deeds. And she's like, "Oh, my eyes really hurt."
Yeah.
And her producer or assistant goes, "Long day?" Or, whatever. And she goes, No, it hurt because all the cum in it.
Yeah. It burns a bit more than I thought it would.
Right. Well, that's just like Dirk when he won the championship. She's like, I'm doing it
Yeah,
pure.
she wants it to sting.
I'm not wearing goggles.
She said, like, well, I asked them not to do it, but then they did it anyway.
That's not good.
I would have adhered to her wishes, I think. And our Dumb Zone birthday of the day, she's 53 years old today. Monica Lewinsky.
Oh, yes. I mean,
you just know you're out on a date, you have dinner, maybe you go see a show or something, I don't know. But things are going real well. Now you're making out. You're on your couch. So you're at home, and you're like, all right. And there's just no movement at all. Like, and you just keep thinking, I mean, this is your thing.
Do I have to grab the cigar first?
Do we?
What order does it
you
go
start
in?
to put a little pressure on the top of her shoulder, maybe. You're like,
whoa.
Just saying, you're Monica Lewinsky. You come with. There's one bullet point. We know you do one thing.
Yeah,
pretty well. I guess I'm not the president.
And I don't want to put too much on Monica's plate, but much like Caitlin Clark not thinking about the impact of her decisions, Monica Lewinsky probably didn't mean to do this, but she set up every intern in a rough spot. I didn't even know the word intern.
Oh, no, it
I
helped.
learned about AIDS through Magic Johnson. I learned about interns through Monica Lewinsky.
Yeah, and then
so from
then
then
you
on
get
out,
Henry, and you're like, wait,
what's this? It's not stacking up.
It's not
what's
not
going
working
on
out
here?
the way I thought it would. Born on this day now dead. You got Don Imus. You got Terry Glenn, former Cowboy, and you got Philip Seymour Hoffman. PSH.
Happiness again. Your
Dead on
favorite.
this day, still dead. You got James Jordan, the father of Michael.
Yeah. Had to get his son to retire from basketball for a year.
And you have Amy Winehouse.
You just
tell me to go to rehab. I said no.
That's one of those, Dan. You ever spend time with that album?
No.
I swear to God you'd love it.
Really?
Yeah, you'd love it. But that's a good one because she only really has one. Just make the one. The only way you can get away with that is
that's
dying.
what happened on
But nobody
this
ever does
day
that, right?
in history.
Like Jay-Z's right now doing Madison Square Garden, celebrating the 35th or Yankee Stadium 35th anniversary of his first album. No one in music, you can't just make one and be like, I'm gonna leave it there, unless you die.
So closing remarks today, it's going to feature Byron
and his roof,
and it's going to be brought to you by Qualis Roofing because QualisGC.com. How did you contact Qualis? Did you phone them or did you just go to the website? What was the first step?
Yeah, the initial contact was via the website, and then they actually reached out. So very proactive on their part. Super helpful. I was a little bit surprised as well, just because obviously listening to you guys, I needed a new roof. I had a house over in Wichita Falls, a lot of hail, a lot of storm damage up there, but I didn't think that they would actually bite and actually go that far north. But super, super helpful. Came out, got the roof done extremely quickly, and then looks great. Looks fantastic.
They use a drone?
You know what? I was a little bit worried about that because the initial pictures they got from Brendan were not from a drone, and I was very upset. And then he subsequently sent me pictures from said drone, which looks sick. So,
although I could see a world where this guy, Byron, who's an Air Force pilot, has a very they took our jabs type of approach to drones.
He doesn't
like
the drones.
They
also take our deaths sometimes, right?
Well, yeah.
Now we send the drone in to do that.
I know, but that's
now they are taking your job, but they're also saving a casualty.
I mean, a drone pilot really isn't a pilot.
They're not saving
quantify them like that.
I want to be clear here.
Yeah.
Are the drone
They're
pilots
not saving a casualty. The casualty's happening. The
No,
difference
they're saving the potential American to be a casualty.
Correct, but we hadn't been doing that for a long time.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm saying that's what we did. They did that.
Sure, but then you end up with a kid in
a
lab in Topeka who's got
What do your
PTSD.
drone pilots look like? Are they 14? Are they?
They're not 14, but they do deal with serious PTSD. Serious, maybe a different kind, like a removed. This is weird.
Well, what if we start getting 14-year-olds?
Get Ninja up there.
Yeah,
I mean, if they're the best drone pilots,
but
they're
you
the best
kind of work
gamers.
it so they don't actually know that it's real.
Ooh, this
They
is a Black
think-
Mirror episode.
Yeah,
This is
they
good.
think they're in a game.
Yeah. So what do you currently do?
Yeah, so I fly F-35s for the Air Force currently.
That's your most what people think of when they think of a fighter jet? Is it 35 or 18?
Probably 35s, maybe.
And you're in the front?
There's only one seat. Yeah. Yeah, so I previously flew F-15s 2-seat, which has obviously a front seater, back seater, a goose. That's what I used to do. Then I went back to pilot training and decided I wanted to fly a single-seat aircraft.
Do you like Top Gun?
Do I like Top Gun?
Yeah, have you seen the movie?
I have.
Okay.
It's okay. Yeah, it's not bad.
Is it like I saw this and that's why I got into them?
No, definitely not.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, that beach scene didn't inspire me to join the military.
So, what do you think of like the Blue Angels and stuff? Would you ever do that, like post-career?
Well, that's like a mid-career kind of thing.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so they typically bring on guys that are like captains, like mid-level guys to go fly them. But no, I don't think I would want to do that.
What do they get paid?
Same as me.
Blue Angels.
Yeah.
Oh, what is that?
You know, look it up online. It's like,
all right.
I'm sorry. No, I'm not. I don't know.
But I think what he meant is like, I thought that was like.
I thought Blue Angels were you're retired. You're out of the game.
No.
Oh,
those
okay.
guys are all active duty, so they'll go fly.
That's what we're asking.
My bad,
I thought it was like a commercial.
Yeah, I thought
it was basically like going to Blackwater, but for
once you stop
private,
once you stop
private
being a
entertainment.
prosecutor, you can then go work in the private sector
Right.
and 10 times
Right.
your salary. That's why I thought Blue Angel pilots. Might have. Okay.
That's like a short stint.
Have you seen? This is another one where AI. No idea, dude. All these videos of people doing like boss shit with their military planes, like on the beach. This clear like safety violations. Have you seen this?
Like the Blue Angels low fly.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, it was a Blue Angels
Okay.
pass. Yeah.
There's like people out on the beach, and here comes like I don't know.
F-18.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty low.
You ever fly a helicopter?
No.
What do you think of them?
Death traps.
Thank you.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. How much more do you need to know?
If this guy's saying it, then I really believe
Between
it.
Jen Aubrey and F-18 pilot.
Yeah.
That's crazy. How often do you get shot at when you're in the air? Does that ever happen? That doesn't happen anymore. You wouldn't tell me.
I mean, you can watch the news, like everything that's open source, right? Like there was
I think we get a different news here maybe than the one that you.
I don't know. I mean, there was that F-15 that was obviously shot down, so I mean, it still happens. It still occurs in today's
You're
day and
active
age.
now?
He was in the Middle East somewhere, and I whatever. You didn't take a genius. Within like the last 6 months.
Okay.
Like we still. Is it weird?
You
to
ever
just
listen
come
to us
home
over
after
there?
That?
There's a bit of a culture shock, like trying to reintegrate it back into life. So it takes a little bit for sure.
Because I feel like if you're like behind the wire, you're over, you come. I mean, I'm not saying it's the same, but like if you're living on a base where you have Wi-Fi on your body at all times and all your meals are, I'm not saying there's no transition.
Right.
But I feel like if you're you're doing what you were doing, it feels like.
Is it like if you come back from rehab and you now?
It's pretty much the same.
The little things don't bother. Like you understand bigger problems or you're laughing at the little problems that people are.
Yeah. Do you like as a person? Do you think like do you appreciate life maybe in a way that you don't if you're not out there like actually?
I think you do for sure.
Close
Absolutely.
to dying.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you'd hope for, I guess.
Anytime you have like a major life experience like that, life or death, or going through other struggles, like that's definitely going to put things in perspective.
What if you were getting up to get on the flight? You've been called first, but the flute player kind of muscles in front of you. Do you feel like they should have different levels of active military to be able to board first?
Probably.
Okay.
They all think it.
Yeah.
Even the flute player, he's like, I hope they don't ask me to play. Well, thanks for coming out, man.
Yeah. Do you have any closing remarks? We just asked you a bunch of shit.
Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, I got a couple of things. First, just thanks for letting me come out, see how the magic actually happens. It was definitely a great time. Already talked about Koalas Roofing, but want to give a shout out to two brosives that were supposed to be here as well, unable to make it. One is also in the military with me, so Funk was going to be here, but he's got other things he's got to do. And then Michael is a doctor over actually here in Dallas-Fort Worth area, and he could not get his shift changed. So.
To Dan's question, you ever listened on deployment?
Yeah. Like, I mean, that was one of the things that I would typically do if the Wi-Fi was actually working. Definitely try to download a couple EPIs and listen to it or break up the day, if you will.
What country have we been listened to by you?
He's not going to tell you. I already said off the air we're not going to do it, so I'm going to jump in front for him.
Oh, all right. I just asking. Why are you yelling at me?
Because I asked him off the air so that he wouldn't have to be like weird about it when we do act. I've been through this where guys come in and
well,
they're like,
can't he say I'm not going to tell you?
Yeah, but, you know.
All right.
But it is, we had a story earlier about a guy who we saved his life. There maybe we're on the other side.
Okay.
Maybe we're the soundtrack for
We
the
had
other
a story
side
about
of the
Canada,
ledger.
so it could have been Canada.
It could have been maybe one
Yeah.
day. 51st state.
Yeah.
And then I think we got a couple things, but Alex, you have anything you want to add on?
We got a mic back there?
Henry, if you hand him
If
that.
he wants
No?
it.
Come on.
Alex does not want the mic.
He had a good email about
Yeah, he did.
little people mowing their
He's a
lawns.
writer. Some people are writers. Some people are
Behind the
verbal.
scenes guy.
But you want
Do
to?
you want to grab a bagger after?
You don't want these to be public gifts?
It's up to you.
Oh, look.
You got
He's like,
nothing.
you talked me into it. All
Nice.
right, I'll
Mike.
grab the mic.
I brought this. My fiance is big on no shoes in the house, and she's introduced me, and
Now, are you beaten by that concept?
I was, and kind of still am, but
You look healthy.
what saved it? So much more healthy.
I'm serious. Dan looks healthy,
I mean, I've never been cleaner, more disease-free than not
Yeah.
wearing shoes inside.
But our immune systems are weakened.
That's what she's kind of sickly, and
Yeah.
I blame that.
Yeah, it's because you don't
wear shoes in the house and you get strong immune system.
Yeah, you should eat off the bathroom.
That's why I drink out of my own piss, George.
But
It's really
she's
Look how healthy
introduced
he
me to the house slipper, which has totally changed the game. So I brought you guys house slippers.
So you fire those on the second you walk in the door?
You walk
I think
in,
that's perfect.
You put these on, and it feels like you're wearing shoes. And
But they never go outside. So yeah, because if you want, you could put you could get a pair of Nikes. As
You can
long
have
as
your
you never
indoor
wear them in
Nikes.
public,
Outside.
just
Right.
throw them on when you get
Yeah.
in.
So this has been my savior for no indoor shoes. I brought pairs of for you guys, a bunch of indoor
I
slippers.
love it.
Thanks.
Because my problem is when I take them off, I feel like I'm done. Like, oh, we're in the house now. I like to have something on my feet.
Yeah.
But those are perfect.
And these are like summer ones. You can get winter ones that are a little warmer.
Love it.
I've got
Maybe a little reindeer.
garage slippers now.
Wow.
That are only for the garage.
Like you change your shoes every room you go into?
That's what you have to do.
Yeah, here's my kitchen shoes. All right.
It was a beating at first, but it's,
I love that.
it's
You
how I
got
deal
one
with
guy. One guy's wearing a different pair of shoes in every room is in his house, while the other one's like in the desert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, desert. That's not Canada. All right. I'm narrowing it down.
Yeah, he downplays it. Being out there, I imagine it sucks. He's living in like a cardboard, like little dormitory, and
He's got the juice though.
you should
Living
tell him
life.
about the go pills and no go pills. That's crazy.
Oh, that's just like when you deploy, like especially if you're going to be flying like longer sorties, longer flights. Like obviously they want to keep you locked in. If I'm flying a 10-hour flight in a single-seat aircraft, I need to be focused on what I'm doing. So the Air Force does provide you with like a go pill is what we call it. So
It's Adderall.
Yeah, basically.
Lexapro, so not Lexapro, Vyvanse, something like that. Yeah.
You do a 10-hour flight in a solo seat?
Yeah.
Wow.
In an ejection seat, which is not comfortable.
No, it's a beating a bit.
Yeah.
Obviously, the bathroom is being handled in a different.
Oh yeah, you got to get.
There's got to be some
Segway's
level.
working out
Is it here?
perfect.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, what do you do for that?
First off,
Do you
I
have a
can't believe you
PJR?
still drank out of your
Now I know I'm a
flask.
dog because the military guys like
Check
that's
this out.
That's disgusting.
Do you have some kind of a military PJR
Yeah,
up
so
there?
it's.
Do you have
so
food?
When you guys were chastising about people pissing in bags, that is how I piss every day.
That was blatant.
So
our
was on board with
fighters.
Those are actually not too bad. The downside is like when you do piss in them, and sometimes like there's a powder in the
seal?
bottom.
Oh wow, it can
And
smell.
so it congeals it. So
Okay.
it doesn't make it liquid. I don't need piss
awesome.
spilling all
Doesn't
over
smell.
me.
Yeah,
So it's like
what's in
Jello.
diapers.
it
Yeah.
immediately
Pea Jell-O.
turns into
Yeah. But it doesn't always do that, which is a factor.
Okay, well I'll
I'm
go
putting
now.
one of these in my car just if I need it.
That's
There you go.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Boy, dude, that's great.
to another level.
yeah.
So you're just somewhere over the ocean, and this is the move.
Yeah. Which is decently like it's very doable in the jet that I currently fly. But like if you have to we wear like a dry suit underneath when we fly over cold water, and that thing is just a pain in the dick. Like I'm trying to work it.
Imagine
Our
lady
lives
pilots.
are so easy.
Lady
Oh, the
pilots
lady
gotta be
pilot. What do they do?
Very
Get a cork or?
Thanks for watching.
Adios.
Thanks, guys.
mofo.
Gotta go before this becomes a zoo.
See you guys for drinks later.
Thank you for watching my video. Subscribe and type for my name if you want to watch more of my videos.